What's going on, everybody? It's the fucking Nukkle HeDD Comics. We back in the fucking building. It's Tuesday night. As you know, we got Kaz, we got Mr. Marvelous Cap in the building. What's going on? Lay's running a little late, but he will be here also. Cabs, what's going on, brother?
I got the left armbar and the right armbar, and yo, this is my favorite. It's so funny. Fresh back from vacation last week. The week before that, when we Kenny, what up, brother? When we took a week off, I was on vacation. Came back to thousands of emails at work, but I'm caught up. I'm refreshed. Time away was good. Everything was great. Flaga in the building. What's up? Congratulations to your little mama graduating today. That's what's up. We got clap for that. Clap for that. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But yeah, just here chilling. Another episode. I have a question for today, but I want Le to come first. But I'm gonna let everyone intro themselves, and I'm gonna rant a little bit about the Black Adam trailer.
Oh, yeah. We definitely need to hear you talk about the Black Adam trailer.
Go ahead, Cap. Introduce yourself. I think you muted.
There you go. My name's Cap. I've been sober for about 36 years.
Nice.
I'm a Virgo, whatever that means. I like short walks on the beach because I'm fat and I can't be moving too much.
No long walks.
Nah. Quickest way to my heart is probably a brownie.
Oh, that's interesting news. That's interesting.
And now, I'm just here, gym, nope, tan, white as fuck, so no. So I guess I'm just here for the laundry, as Jersey Shore puts it.
Living your reality. I respect it. I respect that. Brownies and short walks. Guys, a cheap date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I missed y'all fellas, but yeah, just happy to be back. Work is under control now, so I'll be here. No breaks, no nothing, unless something dire happens. But I should be here. I want to talk a little bit about Black Adam. Can I go?
Yeah, you go ahead. The floor is yours.
So, where'd I start? I'm not even that upset at the trailer. I thought Hawkman looked okay. Thought the trailer looked okay. A little. It's a lot of sepia. I think that's how you pronounce that. It looks very like dark brown, everything, which is okay. It's the setting. I get it. I'm not even mad at the trailer. I'm mad at the fucking Rock. Bro,
yeah.
Like, Rock, son, you gotta chill. He keeps talking about how, like, there's a shift in power. I don't know what's going on. I feel like The Rock is like LeBroning the DCEU, where it's just, don't let The Rock make decisions. Don't do that. I mean, he stated that he wants to fight Superman, which is cool. Would love to see that. But The Rock, don't let him make any decisions. I'm like, meh about him being casted to begin with. I feel like there's a bunch of other people that we could have cast for Black Adam, but he has Hollywood prowess behind him. He's done 75 Fast and Furious movies, so people think he's a good actor. Just Rock needs to chill. He is like, I get it. You're in a movie. You're the leading role. You're a superhero, anti-hero, I guess. It depends on what origin you want to follow here. Cap, they're following New 52 on this, I presume, right?
I'm going to assume that it's a mix of New 52 and some original shit.
Okay, cool. But The Rock is making this sound like the second coming of all comic book movies. And from a very lackluster trailer, you just signed a big check. I hope you can cash it. I've said it here plenty of times. I'm a huge Marvel guy, but I want DC to prosper. The acquisition of Warner Brothers and all of that stuff through Discovery, I think it's a good move. I think DC has freshly energized batteries. Don't put those batteries into the back of The Rock. Just The Rock, do your shit, keep it moving. I don't want to hear anything else from The Rock. I don't want him to spearhead and lead the DCEU. No, let's leave this to the professionals. Rock, I love you, bro. I really do. I think you're awesome, but just chill because you are hyping this shit up massively. And if it comes within an inch of like not being great, everyone's gonna throw this back in your face. So just rock, chill, work on the movie. Dr. Fate looks great. He has this whole Doctor Strange shit going on. I think he looked fine. Again, Hawkman looked fine. But Rock just needs to chill. And that's it. The trailer was okay. Nothing special. But bruh, please, Rock, just calm down. Let us see the movie. And that's it. I'm fucking done. I don't know if anybody agrees with that. I don't know what you guys got to say. But The Rock is just overhyping this shit way too much. Too much. And that's it. I'm okay with the trailer. I'm actually fine with it. It's okay. I know you didn't like it much, Tags.
I didn't see Black Adam in there.
You saw The Rock.
Yeah. Because listen, I did some research on Black Adam. We spoke about it last week, but when I was like, I don't know Black Adam like that. But when I saw the trailer, I said, I know this ain't Black Adam. This ain't the Black Adam that I know, that I seen. I don't know what happened, but let me do some research. And then the research I found apparently was New 52-ish, because it was a kid and his uncle in the middle of a war, and these people just killed the kid's mother and father, and the uncle that was the uncle's brother.
Yes.
So they want a revenge, and the Egyptian god chose a champion and gave him the 7 gods of from the Egyptian lore that all spelled out Shazam. Their first letter spelled out Shazam, and they gave him Shazam. But when the kid spoke the word Shazam, the uncle grabbed his mouth, broke his fucking neck, and took the lightning bolt. So he became Shazam. He became Black Adam and killed everyone in there. So I was like, wait a minute. You're telling me this fucking guy is gonna be The Rock? And then Cap told me, nah, there's another origin where it's a little different. But it's like, I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, whoa. This is some real hardcore shit. If this Black Adam was a Rock and he wasn't a part of the Wonder Twins, that would be kind of dope. But now we got him a part of Giant. We got him a part of Giant Deadpool and 007.
Even the beginning of the trailer was so basic, like, I died and I was revived to be a god. And well, another thing, so they're like overhyping his power. I mean, yes, Black Adam is super strong. He's essentially Superman with a little pixie dust over him, a little magic. Cool. But it's like, DC, you've had issues with these OP characters before. Everyone just chill. Put the movie out, and that's it. Everyone's really excited. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I get it. I always forget Jim's name from The Office, Mr. Fantastic. When he was talking about that, yes, when he was talking about the time where he was auditioning for Captain America, that he's putting on the Captain America suit and he's all feeling great, and then Thor comes out fully kitted up. He's like, "How you doing, Mike?" And he's like, "Okay, this is not good." So, like, I get it, putting on a superhero outfit, whoever the superhero, I get it, it's cool. But Rock, like, you've seen what's happened to DC. You've seen what happened to Marvel in some of their later stuff and some of their early stuff too. Just calm down with the hype, because if this movie isn't a 9, there's gonna be problems. And the new acquisition from Discovery, I think it's awesome, but there's a lot of eager fans to see what's gonna happen. And anything short of like Legendary is gonna be really rough for this continuity and everything that they're doing. So just, if The Rock would just come out like, "Hey, so, super proud of this role. Things are looking good. We're going to make this movie. I'm excited for you to see it." Like, he's riding around in a little golf carts, cursing at people. Like, yeah, my fucking movie. And it's like, bruh, chill. So I just don't want him to LeBron the DCU and start making decisions and like, hey, like imagine The Rock is like, hey, you know, we should get, because The Rock does a lot for wrestling and wrestlers and shit like that. He does a lot for them. So you know, just start bringing a bunch of wrestlers that can't act. I mean, wrestlers are good actors, but you know, like you know, not everyone's gonna be Drax. You feel me? So like,
that's true.
just I don't want him to start like, hey, we should bring in this person for this character. Just Rock, just do what you're paid to do, and that's it. I'm done now. It's a little scary. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's just a little scary to see how overly excited he is and how much pull it looks like he has. Is it just me that got that? It looks like he's he's calling people up like, yo, we should do this. You know, I don't know how I feel about that.
It wasn't it his company who made the movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
$7.
I didn't even know that. That's a problem. I don't know if that's concerning.
Here's the thing. To have somebody deeply invested in a character, as we've seen with Ryan Reynolds,
and Henry
could
Cavill.
pay off in the long run. Marvel tried to make a DC movie with Eternals and for the most part missed the mark. This is going to be DC's Marvel movie.
Okay.
And I think this is going to send the wrong message because this is probably going to be one of the highest grossing movies that DC has. Because if you look at the ones that legitly people liked and legitly made money, Wonder Woman felt like Captain America. What do you call it? Aquaman was nowhere near as dark as everything else. She had a fucking octopus playing the fucking drums. Shazam
was super lighthearted.
It was like the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
What do you call it? This movie is probably going to be the same thing. The only time that DC goes dark and actually goes and makes money is with the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see him get hit in the face and he flings the dude,
yeah,
casual comic book fans are gonna love that because they're like, they seem that they you know, it's normal for them. What I'm more worried about is the report that DC's gonna hand their movie division over to Todd Phillips, the guy who made the Joker. That worries me more because if the Joker, because you heard the reports that Lady Gaga is reportedly going to be Harley Quinn in the sequel, and it might be a musical. I've seen a video of a dude explain it, and the way he explained it, it kind of makes sense. But within his explanation is the reason why I don't want it to hand to Todd Phillips, because within his explanation, he was like, yo, if you keep this Elseworld and you have this side, if you just have the Joker off on his own in this little universe, sans Batman, do whatever you want. Make the kind of movie you want. It doesn't connect back to anything. Robert Pattinson is on this side. He's got his own Joker. Joaquin's over there doing the two-step down the fucking staircase. But if you're going to hand the reins over to a guy who's literally making movies that have nothing to do with all your other movies, why hand him the reins? Just make separate fucking movies.
And Discovery was just talking about how like they're looking for a more Marvel-esque type of DC universe with like a, you know, their own Feige or whatever. So I mean, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions.
I've been saying this. So I've been saying this for how long now? We know by now, every casual moviegoer who watches a comic book movie has a reasonable assumption that they know each other.
Yeah.
So make your fucking movies.
Yeah.
And then when you need to put them together, put them in a movie together. Like we don't need We don't need the red string to go from here to here to there to there to here.
I would like to just say one thing. The Joker is not fucking Bruce Wayne's brother, okay? Fuck you. Also, the Joker's not fucking 40 years older than Bruce Wayne.
They're friends.
We don't need a
in
fucking
our world. They're friends.
How do you have the first fucking movie where this guy's a psychopath, dressed as a fucking clown on the street, can't talk to nobody, just fucking laughing, and then the sex movie's a fucking musical? Yo, get the fuck out of here. There's no way you can explain that to me that it makes sense, even though he's a fucking Joker. If the Joker that they made was the one from the fucking comics or the cartoon, maybe. But fuck you. Gonna tell me that the Joker's the illegitimate brother of Bruce Wayne, he's 50 years older than him, and they're gonna make a musical. Fuck you. That's all I had to say.
So I had a rant about Black Adam, and we're here now.
I have one about Black Adam too, but that's I mean, it's well, I did it before. I did it. When
that's what I'm saying. Because
probably had the same rant I did.
I hit up Toe, and I was like on the side. I was like, "Yo, I know we're gonna do Mr. Marvel next episode, which I'm hyped about speaking about." But I was like, I have a little rant about Black Adam as well, so I want to get into that. Basically, the grunt of it was I'm not too excited about how much pull The Rock has in all of this. He keeps talking. He keeps telling people it's going to be the best thing ever. He's super excited. And like Cap was saying Cap was like, when you have a person invested in a role, like a superhero or something, it's usually good. But like, I don't know how much The Rock knows about Black Adam. But I hope, again, I thought the trailer was okay. I thought things looked cool. I really want to, like I've said it here before, I want the DCU to thrive. I think this is the shot. Let's go. But The Rock needs to chill. Calm down, sir. Calm down. Like,
and I'm with you in that sense. But my thing was, I understand his enthusiasm.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Putting on a superhero outfit, you hype up,
but
for sure.
My thing is, if you're going to have that enthusiasm, have that Ryan Reynolds knowledge of the character. You know what I mean? Like, know the character before you jump in. First of all, you could have a dialect coach for that Egyptian accent.
He's just The Rock. He's just The Rock. What you said.
I try not to call it, but unfortunately, I called it correct. You know what I'm saying?
He's just The Rock.
But, and the funny thing is, as I told the fellas here before, in the last podcast, is that the gentleman that voices him in every other avenue is the same guy from The Mummy. The guard from The Mummy. We all know who he is, Deuce Bigelow, the gigolo. Yeah. Which, if you hear his voice, is one of those things like Kevin Conroy. When I read Black Adam now, that's the voice I hear.
Yeah.
I'm invested to, the same thing with Logan. When I read Logan, I read the 90s guy. The 90s cartoon guy. By the way, go back and watch that. It's awesome. But I'm saying is, I enjoy your enthusiasm for the character, but your knowledge of him is lacking. And I'm with Toe completely. I'm with Caps completely on this. I love that you want it to be good, but I don't think you know enough for it to be good.
Just chill out at least.
Yes,
chill.
Bring it down.
He's writing big checks right now.
Yes, and he's talking about
huge checks.
And that whole thing talking about like, I want to push the DCU future. And he's a guy that has enough pull in Hollywood that even if Black Adam fails, right? Let's just say fails, right? He can still be behind the scenes and push other stuff, right?
That's just the same thing I was saying, bro.
He's at that point in his career that he can do that. You know what I mean? Even though a lot of movies were shitty. Let's be real, Rock. I'm talking to you right now. Come on. You play your same role in, except Faster, where you have very fewer lines or some Arnold shit. Every other movie, you're the same guy. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know you have the pull, but will you have the knowledge for the movie to be good? Whatever movie you choose after Black Adam to get behind. You know what I mean?
Which will most likely be Shazam.
Yeah, most likely. It'll be Shazam versus Black Adam or some shit like that. Like, it will literally be that title. Like Jason versus Freddy.
That's Shazam would be Black Adam.
Yeah.
There we go.
What's funny, like how serious Black Adam is, and how lighthearted Shazam is, might make a good like chemistry. It sounds fun, but let's just my whole point is before we get there, just calm down, Rock. Let's see how this plays out. That's what I'm saying.
And the last episode I said was, I'm sorry to cut you off, Cap.
No.
What I said was, I would love for them to have that. I know you know this, Caps, that Superman All-Star, where Shazam, and Superman fighting Black Adam, and Black Adam is handing their asses.
Yeah.
So that proves.
I've seen that.
We own the
cartoon too. Yeah.
How badass Black Adam really is.
He is.
Absolutely. He's like, yo, listen, I'm taking on the guy that's supposed to what is that word? I forget the word that is supposed to my predecessor.
Yeah.
And now I'm fucking up your God. Yeah. I'm handing both their asses, and I don't have a cape on. So letting you know,
I don't have
this
a cape.
Is who I am. No cape, and I'm fucking everybody up in the house.
It's like the Rock is and I'm sorry, Cap, I'll let you go. This is quick. Like the Rock is such a meme at this point. Is he not? Like the Rock is a meme. Like his rap song, I have seen so much people on Instagram just put Black Adam and like do edits of him with the Rock's rap song. It's about power. It's about. It's like he's such a meme now. This is who is leading your movie, Black Adam. It's about him. He's such a meme. I almost feel like it would have been better to just give some no-name guy a shot. You know what I'm saying? Or someone who can give more to the role. You know, I get it. The Rock has his pull, but he's such a meme now. It's like I'm worried that his popularity and his pull and his hunger and his drive and his power is a little too much for what they're trying to pull off here. Go ahead, Cap.
Here's a fun fact to that, Cap, to what Cap said. I heard that blasting out of a dude's earphones. And what earphones did he have on?
AirPods?
The Rocks.
Oh my God.
You want to tell me
he's such a meme.
The guy got you so hard that not only you have his headphones on,
but you listen to his song.
Yo, he goes like this, right? And I take my shit off for a second, do some fucking. All of a sudden, I'm like, you know that song? What is called the song? I'm like, no, you, bro, yeah. Man.
That's probably the only song it plays.
I mean, imagine just don't repeat the entire fucking
with the headphones.
Yo, props to him though, man. He was, I've been going to the gym for a solid month now, and I've seen him every day. So hey man, he's committed. So I can't get mad at him. But it was just funny to be on some like, oh okay.
The Rock is just gonna be like a memeier version of Tom Cruise at this point.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
Like I'm so worried about that. By the way, Cap, I finally saw Maverick. Maverick is cool.
Yeah.
Maverick is cool. We saw it when I went to New York. I linked up with Krills and Fern, and we went to go watch it 4DX. So your seat is moving. There's fucking. So we was cracking mad jokes because Krills was right in front of like the steam thing. So like whenever the jets flew off, you just hear and mad fucking not steam. Of course that'll hurt, but it's just like vapor. It's just like in his face. Like, he's like this the whole time, and like you could turn on and off the water. So I turned off the water. I wanted no water anywhere. So the people in front of us, they left their water on. And I don't know if the water was broken or if this was how it was supposed to be. That shit was flying. Just you could see super high. But fun, very fun movie. Very fun. Very light. It was lighthearted. It was fun, but it was cool.
Somebody told me
it's a shame with Val Kilmer. They tried as much as they could for him.
It made Goose's son. We know the guy that we're talking about.
Teller.
He seems like a prick. It made him less of a prick.
He actually has a real reason for being kind of a prick to Maverick in the movie, but then later on they have their whole. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the beach scene when they're playing football. It's just very reminiscent of just 80s, 90s stuff, you know, very Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Everyone take off your damn shirts. I love it. I love it. Go for it.
I think.
Watch out, because you know, Toes real quick.
I think that everybody needs to kind of throw back to the 80s and get inspired to do some good. There was some positive times back then. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, like this gave me Cobra Kai vibes. This was just good. This was just good times, man. It was good times.
Beautiful things.
I really, and you know, Maverick. Tom Cruise still looks good, man. Guy still looks good. Guy takes off a shirt and he still looks good. I don't know how he does it. He has found the secret to
CGI.
He's found the Lazarus pool. He's found it. But yeah, obviously CGI. But yeah, sorry to veer off there. But
Cap, I'm sorry.
Rock is a bit of a meme. And go ahead, Cap. Whatever you were gonna say.
The two things I was gonna say is that, like, one, the passionate response to the character has to be put in the right place. And I think personally, The Rock would be a much better Lobo than Black Adam. Because, I mean, Jason Momoa is already Aquaman. Jason Momoa should be Lobo, really.
He is Lobo. Yeah, he is Lobo.
I think Roman Reigns would be a better Lobo with his character now. No. You know what it is? Because you already have this character, right? And for him to refer to him, he already says, I am the tribal chief. Acknowledge me. Remember, the main man. The main man. I'm like, yo, the tribal chief, the main man.
Yep.
Are we not hearing the same thing here? I'm sorry.
I honestly think they gotta switch it. If you were gonna put Roman in a movie, Roman should be Black Adam, and The Rock should be Here's my second point. We keep bringing up the movie Faster, which is possibly The Rock's best performance. But what was he not in that movie? He was not menacing.
True.
At no point did I look at him as I look at Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't looking at.
Wait. Come on. That is a very high standard.
Damn, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
you can't go
that's true.
Faster and then one of the greatest movie villains, if not the greatest movie villain.
Not for nothing. That
scares the shit out of me, especially in this show now.
Yeah,
When he did the whole, I was like, okay, this is the guy I read in the comics. But I'm sorry, as you were saying.
Yo, but not for nothing. The dude who records the snuff films and the child rapist, that old man, he was menacing.
Yes, he was. But that's because he's fucked. That's not. I'm just mentioning that. That's creepy.
So this is what I mean. This is what I mean by it. When you watch Vader, when he shows up, you're literally like, oh shit.
It's all.
Yeah.
Even before he says anything. Yeah.
Someone fucked up.
You're absolutely correct. I get it.
But when The Rock shows up in Faster, you don't go, oh shit. You go, let's go.
Someone's getting fucked up. Yeah.
His charisma is such that you're not afraid when he shows up. You're on his side when he shows up.
Or you're hoping you're on his side.
Black Adam needs, when he shows up, your first instinct always has to be with Black Adam.
Oh shit.
Why the fuck is he here? You always have to be on a shit. Somebody's gonna get fucked up.
We fucked up, yeah, absolutely.
And putting The Rock in that role is counterproductive because at no point have I ever seen, even when The Rock was a bad guy in WWE, The Rock has never been that dude. When he shows up, you're like, and now people are about to get fucked up.
Well, do you know how that you can make him that menacing if he doesn't have that many lines? If he starts showing, like, if in the beginning he does that whole friend shit and snaps and then doesn't talk, shows up, wreck shits and leaves, that sounds from Roman Reigns shit, then at one point you'll be like, oh no.
So
why is this guy here with a bunch of kids?
Yeah.
Why is he here with a
you know what I think you need to do is you remember the guy from No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
That dude is a definition of menacing. Stupid haircut. Dumb haircut. There's no way this guy should be threatening. All of a sudden, he flips a coin. The moment he does that, he does this. You're like, it's on. After that one scene, the movie continues. You're like, yo, my man, every time he does that, every time he walks in somewhere, you're like, yo, it's on. He's his whole look should not strike fear, but it does. And props to the actor, to the dude. He's amazing. And in Skyfall, he's even better. You know, when he's Silva. But it's that kind of thing where he's like, you need to start it with that one scene that sets the tone for the rest of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me that. That moment where whenever, like the same Cap said, when he shows up, somebody fucked up in this game. Because now it's over for everybody in here.
Because I'm going to point this scene out. In the trailer, when he catches the rocket.
Yeah.
Right? When he catches the rocket, I mean, I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I was hoping to be like, oh, shit. Like when Vader caught the ship. You're like, oh, shit. But what I got from it was, oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like that's not, you don't need to look at Black Adam and go, that was awesome. You need to look at Black Adam and be like, oh, shit. So, like, I keep bringing it up. When the dude hits him in the face with the fucking club, he should have lightning zapped his ass and melted him, not threw him away.
Homelander shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Just to the grill. Wow.
Homelander, Omni-Man. Omni-Man is fucking Omni-Man is one of those guys like, yo.
He looks like a baseball dad.
He does.
Yeah. He looks like a retired cop.
But you look at him and you're like, yo, he did this to his own kid.
Yeah.
But think about this. He's not the baddest of the baddest. He's okay. And you're still afraid of Omni-Man and Homelander, but not Black Adam, which you should be. Because you could whoop both their asses if you wanted to.
Yeah. Here's the weird thing. This is why I keep bringing that up. Mm-hmm. In the trailer, you have Hawkman saying, yo, we don't kill.
Yeah.
And he looks at him and goes, but I do. And then we cut. Didn't you throw him? Yeah. Does that kill him? Yes. But that's not what somebody who killed, like Jeffrey Dahmer is not like, oh no, I kill people. Let me slowly poison this food and wait 10 years. Like, no, that's not what the fuck killers do.
You wanted him next scene. The guy does you wanted him to like jacks his face with his hands. Just
but you gotta show something when he says I kill. You gotta show something that's above the normal standard of a hero.
Rip an arm off or something.
You know, I think if you wanted to show medicine, he goes, "We don't kill." He just stares at Hawkman. And then the next scene, the dude goes to hit him. He grabs his arm and rips it off his body.
Don't even say anything. Don't even say
his chest on something. He'll take his arm and go.
Because to be menacing, you have to not give a fuck about anyone else.
Yes.
So for him to respond back to Hawkman, it's one of those you respect him enough to respond. It's like we don't kill him. Fuck you. Like almost like a fuck you, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. Vader would not respond to nobody unless it was Palpatine.
I agree.
There was a scene they showed for the DC fandom like a year ago where they had that clip where he came out, the dudes were in the tomb with him, they were shooting him, and he was just melting them with fucking lightning and turning them into dust. That's the Black Adam we need.
Absolutely.
And this trailer just seemed like a 180 from that.
And it's funny, they're going for the...
If anybody watches The Last Action Hero, it seems like a 360 from that.
You always screwed it up. Son, I've said it plenty times. The story of Last Action Hero, when you really dig into it, is actually pretty interesting and kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But so I know they're going for the more anti-hero thing with Black Adam, but we just had Deadpool, and that motherfucker goes nuts. It's funny, but it's also like raw. You know, so maybe a little raw. And hey, he could start off by killing people and then ending up this good guy that everybody wants him to be. So, like, I agree with all of you. Just a little bit more menacing would have been great.
Yo, he's gotta earn that shit. This movie just seems like Dr. Fate's like, yo, we need a heavy hitter. You're a heavy hitter. you're a good guy now. It's like, no,
Yeah,
sir.
work for that shit. Like,
But you know,
convince
Why
me.
wouldn't you go? Why wouldn't you go get Shazam? You went all this trouble to dig up somebody. You got Shazam right there.
From what I hear about Black Adam, is he doesn't do anything unless it's in his best interest. Why wouldn't Black Adam need these people? Like, it'd be one of those, like, yo, he's facing a threat that's dire to him, that he needs help. So he needs to be like, all right, you know what? In order for you guys to help me out in my situation, I probably won't kill as many people.
I feel like the situation
help me help you type of situation.
It's in the Egyptian region. That's why it's in his interest.
I didn't mean to start this though, guys. I'm sorry. That was last week.
Funny?
I'm sorry.
No, stop. You know what, Cabs? This needed to happen.
I'm sorry.
This needed to happen.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We were all thinking it, and somebody needed to address it, and you did it, and now it's out in the open.
Yeah.
Because everybody. I've seen fan reactions to this, right? And they're like, oh, I'm like, nobody's like, oh shit. Nobody said, oh shit. Like, they're hyped. Black Adam shouldn't hype you. He should worry you, as Cap probably put it. Why am I not worried about this man? Why am I hyped for him?
Like the fucking God Killer. Seeing him on screen, he's just that like image of Christian Bale smiling with like the black, like he's smiling. That's exactly what Toe and all of you guys are talking about. He is smiling. And that little image, it could be a still. I don't even need to see it in motion. That still alone, I'm like, man, this guy looks fucking intense. But anyways,
I completely agree. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's like that when Thanos has that realization on something, like, it's like, like I've accomplished something. If Thanos accomplished something, we have a problem in the world, in the universe.
Yeah,
I was watching.
He's got the stone. We all need to be worried right now.
I
tonight,
was watching.
That's like Vader. Vader on some, like, I'm like, I'm pleased. We have a problem in the world tonight. Yeah. Or the Joker's happy.
Or when Batman is laughing. Like,
when Batman,
that's the scariest Batman of them all.
Batman's having a good time.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah.
I watched Infinity War again.
Uh-huh.
Man, the Infinity Saga is so good. Infinity War and Endgame are just, will Secret Wars live up to the hype? Who knows? But so I know we got to talk about Ms. Marvel, and maybe it might be too late. I always like to ask a question. We was waiting for you, Le, and then you came. And then
real quick before you ask that question, it's official. Ezra Miller's fired.
That just came up.
That's the report. The report is after this movie that Warner Brothers is done with.
No. Fire him now.
Ban Ezra Miller. Don't ban the Flash.
Get The Rock to play the Flash. I don't give a shit. Get anyone else but that motherfucker.
He could really look slow motion.
Listen,
let's get Hangman from Maverick to play the Flash.
Yeah. Ooh. I'll even take Seth fucking Rogen. I don't give a shit. Just get him the fuck out of here. When they fire the fuck out of him.
Time out. Do you want Cap to go into your room and punch you in the face? Because I know he destroyed the Hornet. The Green Hornet, and I know how Cap.
Look at Seth Rogen talking about.
I would rather
look at him. He said,
"I tell you one thing, Seth Rogen didn't do what
I do this when I want to hurt somebody too.
When Seth Rogen runs, he doesn't fucking backhand people. He doesn't paint the fence. Well, anyway, when they fire the fuck out of him, yes, I see. I seen whatever movie he played and wore a mask. I don't know if it's called the Green Hornet, but he wore a mask. No, but yeah. But anyway, when they fire the fuck out of Ezra Miller, I'll give you a standing ovation. Until then, I'm gonna hold my applause.
Yeah.
They gotta get him the fuck out of here.
I gotta listen, and I don't want to celebrate Warner Brothers for this, but it's a lot of studios that don't stick by an actor or actor. I don't know how to pronounce they as an actor.
Just actor.
Something for that? I don't know that. Just
actor.
Lesbian.
Anyway, whatever.
A lesbian?
Whatever that is.
Oh.
Whatever that is, they stuck by that. Even with the kidnapping charges.
Way longer than they stuck by Johnny Depp.
Right?
Word.
Right?
What sucks about that is like, you know, the LGBTQ plus community already has so much backlash, and a lot of people are like piggybacking on this fucking douchebag. Like, he does not represent that entire community.
No.
So cut it out. And that's what I was saying. I told these guys earlier before we started the
absolutely.
podcast. I'm starting to see people saying cancel Flash as a whole. No, why?
No.
You cancel Ezra.
Whatever that is.
Cancel Ezra. And I'm gonna tell you, when he first came up on the scene, sans the running, like, I was fine with him as Flash. I was okay. I know Toe never liked him, but it's okay. But like, don't let this man,
not my Flash.
Everything that's going on in the LGBTQ community, and now you're just all gonna let it fall on him, man. Fuck that. He does not represent them like that. Cut it out. Nah. They don't fuck with him as much as we don't fuck with him. Exactly, all right? Yeah. And we could all find some fucking common ground in that. How about that? Absolutely. How about we all get together just for a hate for Ezra Miller? Fuck all that. Yeah. I seen people saying goofy ass shit like, oh, you see, this is what happens with transgender. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, that shit really upset me. I've been reading a lot of stupid shit about Flash and Ezra and transgenders and people who are non-conforming. Like, bro, no. You put that man all the way over there. In the words of Toe Tags, get him the fuck out of here. Like, no one wants that guy around. He's a piece of shit. Like, a piece of shit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you got in the Black Adam movie, you have the person playing Cyclone, right? They're playing Cyclone, right? Completely same deal. But the thing is that, you see what I'm saying? Yo, like every other race of human beings, there's pieces of shit.
Yes.
And then there's not.
Yes.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? There's just that's the way the world works. Pieces of shit. And not, you can't blame sexuality, race, gender, what people are pieces of shit because they are who they are.
Yes, 100%.
Period. You know what I'm saying? If you want to attack that piece of shit, then attack every director that's a piece of shit for sexualizing, harassing with somebody else that they've done before.
Facts.
Right? Those Harvey Weinsteins that you want to protect sometimes. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this to everybody. Let's not play.
Les Feed's about to cut. They're about to go and get his ass.
Everybody gets it. Okay, that's how it works in the world.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny too. It's funny because
especially here.
It's funny because after this conversation, you know, it's getting a little, you know, intense, right? Mm-hmm. And like, I want to do something lighthearted, but the question I have is not lighthearted.
Let's go. Let's get it.
So the question I was going to start with, it's just very easy, but not like this is totally random. Worst job you've ever had?
Wow. Okay.
I can start while you guys think.
Oh, I don't mind, but go ahead.
Okay, no, go. Yeah. So please go.
I
it's going to be the fucking hospital.
No.
I worked for Rite Aid, and they're idiots. My first boss was absolutely amazing. All the OT, great guy. It's funny. I share all kind of comic book and 80s memes with the guy still to this day. Like, he's really a great guy, awesome guy. The second boss I had was an absolute piece of fucking shit.
People don't quit. People don't quit jobs. They quit management.
No. But the thing is, it became all around because he got somebody in the store that was also a piece of shit.
Oh God!
So it became that moment, and I had to leave, and I did.
Good.
But the point is, it became from a very positive, beautiful thing to fuck your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But that was my point of this, to like realize that you're over that, and now you're like better.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So fuck bad jobs. That's just, if everybody, like, my job is stressful because it's sales, but I love my job. You know what I'm saying? I work a lot. I work hard. I get stressed. Basically because the travel industry at this moment is kind of crazy with all COVID stuff. We're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. But as stressful as my job is, I love it. I love the people. I love talking to a lot of guests, obviously the nicer guests. But yeah, like, I love my job. But that's good. You get out of that situation and you go to a better one. So what's the worst job you've ever had?
You know, it's funny. I was in sales too, but I was a door-to-door salesman.
You were selling knives?
No. I was selling free Sears upgrades for homes, home improvement quotes.
Oh,
I was selling Sears.
Where? What was your area?
in Yonkers.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
I lasted 3 days.
Did you get stabbed?
No, I almost stabbed someone.
Is that
I lasted 3 days.
when was this? Because that market was probably really bad at the moment in Yonkers.
Oh shit, this was years ago. This was
It was
before
terrible.
Yeah, man. This had to be about 11 years ago.
Oh my God.
12 years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I walked. These guys like, yo, it's easy money, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right. So we're walking. I'm learning from this guy, and this guy, he, knocks on the door. They answer the door. White dude. They have a conversation. He goes, all right, you try it. Ring the bell. They open up the door, close the door right in my face. Said, all right, I get it. The third time I said, yo, listen, motherfucker. I was like, yeah, it was one of those. And then the dude actually spoke to me, and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I don't give a shit. And I said, I don't give a shit neither, motherfucker, but this is my job. And the dude's like, yo, dude, you got to relax. I said, there ain't no fucking relaxing. I don't know about you, but when someone slams a fucking door in my face, it's disrespectful. Don't open up the fucking door. Like especially when I'm
at least just stay quiet.
Yeah, when I'm the only fucking Spanish person here and 5 fucking white people just smash the door in my fucking face, I'm gonna take it a little fucking personal. And that's what I was like.
I'm not emotional.
I was like, you know what? I don't think I could do this shit because we just walked like 7 miles up and down the fucking blocks. 8 hours up and down the fucking blocks, knocking on everybody's door, and you're slamming this shit in my face. You're talking to me like I'm some kind of piece of shit. Fuck y'all. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Nah. For commission.
This is why I asked this question. Yeah. So you weren't even getting a salary at all. It was just straight commission.
A straight commission. So I spent that whole day, made no money.
Door-to-door sales is really tough. Our boy Ed, you played with Ed before Warzone.
Yes,
he was selling Cutco knives door to door. He was like 16, 17 years old. That's rough, bro. But those Cutco knives was legit. They were legit. They were pretty good. Cap, you got your worst job there?
I've only had 2 jobs.
Okay.
I worked in a nursing home or was the United States Navy. By default.
I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. Yeah. He's also do the math.
Yeah. No, truth be told, I love being Navy. And if the Navy didn't kick me out of my fucking job, I probably wouldn't be here now. I'd probably be out to sea somewhere.
True.
Now. But
this is why I asked this question.
No, but truth be told, working at the nursing home was not bad. Working for the security companies was fucking horrendous.
Len knows a thing or two about that.
Yo, there were times where I was going months doing fucking 72-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
Doubles during the fucking I work 7 days a week, doubles during the week. I was good. Yo, my anxiety shot up. Other fucking problems shot up. Losing hair. All that. Yo, I started this. Hold on, let me see. My boy just sent me a picture of what I looked like back then.
I saw for the Father's Day photos that Toe posted. I saw you guys looking young, man. A bunch of foxes out there. I see y'all boys. I was like, man, look at these dudes. Yeah, that's the picture I'm talking about. Look at that handsome fella right there, son. Look at that.
Look what happened. I went from that to this.
That's why honestly, it was between this and another question that I'm gonna leave for another time. But I'm glad I asked this one.
Yo, no lie. The reason I had that photo on me is because I shit you not. My boy, who hit me up in our group chat, is like, yo, what happened to this Vic? We need this Vic back. And my response, I'll show you my response.
Excellent. This is great. Yes, I am. Man,
my response was to take this picture and with the caption, "That Vic is dead. There's only Zool."
Zool as in Ghostbusters, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. So
go ahead. My fault.
No, that's what That's what working for the 3 different security companies combined did to me. I got there was a woman at the job. And my boy he was going through old photos before I quit, and he sent me one where it was me, him, and one of my other dudes at a little lounge or bar thing. Right? And I showed it to one of the girls at the job. I was like, "Hey, you want to see what I looked like before I worked here?" And she legit looked at me and went, "What the fuck happened? You were so good looking back then."
I think you're still good looking, by the way. But
at this point, I don't give a shit. But
yeah,
but just that statement shows you how bad that job was. And again,
that shit fucked you up.
it's not it wasn't the facility itself. That was cool. I mean, they had me and Vin doing karaoke out in the fucking
nice
in the patio area, but the security companies, shit.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Like, I have a friend over here that does that shit. He started working for the train, the metro. But my bad job. I mean, now by default, like I think you guys all got me beat. But so when I first got here to Miami, you know, finding employment wasn't difficult. My brother got me a job relatively quick, right? But the job it was good, right? It was good for what it was, but it wasn't paying me as much. So I tried to do something else on the side. Now, the something else on the side was vehicle transport. So like you're moving to a different state, you go to our website, you generate a lead. The lead comes to us like a profile. We call you, we try to move your car, right? Now, my brother reached out to one of his friends, like, yo, my brother needs a little second gig. They cut his hours. He needs something to do. So I was like, bet. So by the way, this guy is no longer alive. Rest in peace, my dude. He got me the job, and it was just there was no, like, it was a sales. Imagine a sales job with no management and or leadership. It's just a freaking free-for-all. So we worked in this warehouse that they rented out, right? And the room was like about, I want to say maybe half my living room. So it was like 8 agents in there. And the guy who was running the show, so my friend, the one that passed away, it was kind of his business. So the guy that he appointed in charge was stealing our leads. He was stealing our profiles. And where we were supposed to get maybe 10 leads a day, we were getting 2 or 3, and this guy was taking all the good joints. He was taking like, yo, I need my Maserati taken from New York to LA. That's a $2,500 job. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, and I need the roof cover on it. I need a special transport of this vehicle. This guy was making mad money. But the problem was everyone in there was super ratchet. One time, and this was the final draw. I don't judge people who do drugs. Obviously, if it isn't some hardcore shit, like if you smoke pot, that's awesome. But I saw this guy one day, you know what he was doing? He was cleaning out his bowl, like a bowl to smoke. He was cleaning it out, put all the little remnants on a piece of paper. He then created a smoking apparatus because I think his pipe was broken or something. So he created an apparatus to smoke out of a pen. He put all that black tar in a pen and in the office smokes it. I was like, you know what? I worked that job for 3 weeks and I made $50.
Yeah, fuck that.
This guy's smoking crack weed over here. This guy's stealing all of our leads. It was super hot in there. There was no leadership, no management. I was like, wow. But then my next job after that was another horrible sales job. But I quickly climbed up the ranks and, started doing something better.
Off of pure charisma.
Maybe.
Stop that. You're charismatic. Stop doing that. Stop cutting so short, Caps.
Yeah, looking like a young
You know what
rock.
I'm talking about.
Caps
Caps come to the life of the party really fast, Caps. You can't do it.
Not anymore.
You can do it.
I'm old, man. My back hurts.
I've sat there and been like that. He's doing it again. There he is, working his magic. And I'm not just pointing to. I just realized I'm pointing to the Batman bucket I have up there, which is weird.
Yeah.
Not pushing anything, but I'm like,
hey,
you
listen,
can do it.
When I first got my iPhone 4S for Sprint, that was a while. This was 2011. I had the name show up as Batman, and I have not been able to take that off at all. If you have an iPhone and I call you right now, it's gonna say Batman. My dad, every time I call my dad, he goes, "Hello, Batman." hello, awesome. Alfred. And I just tell him, "Hello, Alfred." But yeah, I've just been Batman forever. I tried to change it. I called Apple. I had a new ID. Just stayed Batman. You know what? I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad thing to have.
It could be a worse hero.
Dude, you guys see it live. 2 DC shills right here.
Yo, look at that. You know, it's funny. I was gonna put on. So when I was out on vacation, when I went to LA, we went to the Warner Brothers studio, and obviously the gift store is there. And yo, not for nothing, the shirts were kind of cheap, all things considered. This shit cost me $23 at a Warner Brothers studio store. At the Warner Brothers tour where you're going around and seeing all of this stuff.
35 and better.
I was thinking $40. They said 23. I grabbed 2 of them. I said okay, and a mug, and a Batman mug. And because of the purchase, I got a free Justice League comic. So I was like, yeah, nice. Yeah. But I got this one, and I got a Batman. I was gonna wear the Batman OG yellow, black shirt, yellow OG Batman sign. But because of all the shit going on with Flash and Ezra Miller, I'm representing Flash today. Cancel Ezra, don't cancel Flash. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
You want to hear something funny? You in the past you bring up like certain juices as struggle juice or something. Struggle juice. Here's how we can tell where me and you are in life. You sat there and was like, "Oh, this is pretty cheap, $23," and in my head I was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I ain't paying $23."
I mean, compared to like buying them from like buying T-shirts from the Disney store, that shit is $30 a pop, bro. Yeah. I was like, shit.
That's why I said. I was like, yo, 30, 35 or better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was reasonably priced. I was like, okay.
Yo, that's why I don't mind
outlandish right now, bro. Yo, you should have a favor. Don't try to buy some shit from WWE. Don't do that.
Word.
Because this dude is about to go on trial, and they're still disrespectful with their prices.
Yo.
But that's a rant for Thursday.
For another
We'll get that in.
It's ready. It's coming. It's locked and loaded. But anyway,
I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable wearing Naki and Mommy Mouse shirts. Them knockoff shits. Like, you know, Donald Duck. I can wear him. I don't need
it's funny you say that, because there is like legit Marvel and, you know, DC stuff in Target, and them shirts are $7. I bought one of my favorite shirts that I've ever bought in Target. No, this was Walmart. It was a Scooby-Doo t-shirt. It's just a mystery machine and them walking right next to it. She cost me $6. And I bought a pair of sweatpants right next to it, $8.
Yo,
that whole outfit for $14.
You laugh. I have this shirt and 4 other colors. This is from Michael's, the fucking craft store.
Yeah.
That we bought, that we were supposed to iron some shit onto it because it's a cheap shirt.
Oh, yeah.
While you guys are shopping at Target and Walmart, I'm at Michael's craft
store.
store.
Hold on, man. Walmart is the ratchet of the ratchets. It's supposed to be Target, apparently. Yo, you know what's crazy? I saw a post. I saw a post the other day on Instagram that said, "Bring back 5 for $20 t-shirts at Foot Locker."
Word.
Where, yo, son?
Facts.
Yes. Where are those, son? With $40, you had t-shirts for the whole summer.
Yep.
You just wear a different color every day. You have 8 weeks there.
You know,
8 weeks. 10 weeks.
Those are the only white tees I've ever bought. I don't have a white tee in my fucking drawer. Not one white tee. Those are the only white tees I ever bought. I don't know where to buy white tees. Well,
Not
I don't
anymore, at least.
Yeah, you know, it's like I don't go if they gotta have a thing on them. But I'm saying like,
Yeah.
you bring back the 5 for
The thing.
20. Yeah, you bring back the 5 for 20. I'm having Mad White tees and some other shit. You know, it's like you're making money for locker because I don't
For
even
real.
I don't
And they
even
had
know you no more.
They had the different collared ones that were it was 5 for 25 because
Yeah.
they had the collar. Yo, them shits could be, you could be outside chilling, or you could take that into a little bar, whatever. It was like if you had like a nice gray shirt or like a with like a gray trim or something like that with some nice pants and some decent shoes. Yo, you could go to a bar with those. Maybe not a club, but you could wear those to like maybe go to a movie theater, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those tees are legit. Bring back that Foot Locker 5 for 20.
Word.
Bring that back.
I'm so glad that we're all revealing that we're top tier men. You know,
We are. Nothing but tees over here, baby. You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
I do have to start buying some like nice dress up shirts at least. I have to.
White tees in any African shop.
True.
We're doing this again, Joe.
Yeah, mad racist.
Oh yeah, I
you
did see that part.
First
Yeah,
off,
yeah, I
but-
did see
but
that
now-
part.
You said it, I was like, wait a minute, who what?
It's the fucking. But every time
Wait a
you know
minute.
I got time to go buy one, they're fucking praying. You ever around the job?
Speaking of that, we're about to talk about Miss Marvel, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you see that. You see a lot of them when that little smoke shop is closed, they in the back praying
Yeah.
to Mecca. They take 5 minutes. I think they do it 3 times a day. Yeah, I've seen them do it. It's like I remember there was by my job, my old building here. There was a I forget where he's from. I forget where, but I would see him praying in the back, and people would be lining up around like, "Yo, open up! I'm on lunch break." I'm like, "Sir, he's praying. Can you just give him 5? He gonna open the stove right now. Take a chill. Take some text messages.
Yes.
Maybe call somebody. Give it 5 minutes. He'll be done soon. Relax." But yeah, that's cool. But that is actually a great segue into Miss Marvel. Congratulations, Toe. That was like Jimmy Fallon shit right there, bro.
That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to do it.
Good. That was a good segue, bro. Shit.
Yo, all right. Speaking of Miss Marvel, we're gonna officially get into episode 1 and 2. I want to start with 1, of course.
Yes.
You know, basic math. But I actually rewatched them right before the shit. So I got a little bit of notes, just a little.
Miss Marvel is one of the Disney shows that I've watched the most. Episode 1, I've watched like 3 times. Episode 2, I've watched like 4. I've not done that with any of the shows. Maybe with Captain Winter Soldier and a little bit of Hawkeye. I watched a little bit too, and Moon Knight. I rewatched the first couple episodes, but like Miss Marvel, I'm gonna let you go. But I'm feeling Miss Marvel, son. But I'll let you go. Sorry.
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I got some notes for the first episode of Miss Marvel, and watching it over again, I got a new feeling for the first one. I mean, for the first 2 episodes, like the vibes, you know, just at the beginnings. But I'm gonna tell you like this. This is a very good fucking show.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Also, I like the girl who playing Kamala Khan.
She's killing it.
The mother and father. Anyone can relate to having those parents.
Bro, I keep asking myself, how is this Pakistani lady so close to my mom? It's the same thing. I was like, yo, watching this show is just, I get good vibes. Like, bro, we all the same people, bro.
Yep.
We all bleed red, bro. Like, we are one people.
It's all relatable, yeah.
With different things here and there. But, man, you saw the post that I put the other day on Instagram about the Illuminantes?
Yes,
sir. I'm going to get into that.
Oh, yeah.
That is that is top tier writing joke material right there. Go ahead, my fault.
Yes, sir.
Yo, so this show, this first episode, I felt like Kamala Khan was nervous, right? She was one of those, like, I'm gonna hide, I don't want to show my true colors, I don't blah blah blah. I got the feeling that this episode was to be for the entire Marvel like industry, also putting it out there as a feeler, like we're nervous how these people are going to react to this type of show because we never had this type of show with this ethnicity and this young person by themselves.
Yeah.
So it was one of those like, let's see what's happening. We're going to be a little nervous, but we're going to be original. Where every time they suggested
Let's dip our toes. Let's dip our toes in the water.
Every time they suggested a different version of Miss Marvel, she could have been during Avenger Con. The paintings on the walls, the animations changed. When they said a princess, they had a princess in the back there. When they said zombies, they had a zombie attacking a car.
That happens the whole time.
Yeah,
when
every
version. When they're texting each other, like it's in the background. That's such a cool storytelling mechanic, bro. Because it works for these kids. Like this wouldn't work in Black Adam.
Also,
but for these kids, it works.
Yeah, and real quick, you know how Cap says he thinks that this is more for like teenagers nowadays? It's for us because episode 2, it starts off with her walking into school like big dick style.
What a great intro!
Yo, she walks in on some Marvel going, y'all motherfuckers really like this shit, huh? I told y'all we was some badass. She was celebrating the first episode's victory of how good this shit was. You know what I'm saying? And then when we're gonna stay on episode 1, but episode 2, I just wanted to throw out there. When she's in the house, coming back from the house after the party, and she's playing that song, "Be My Baby Now." Yeah. Kids nowadays have no idea what song that is.
Nah.
But if we were teenagers and this happened back in the 90s or in the early 2000s, we would know what that song is. We would know. So it's almost like us watching a teenage sitcom when we was younger. Because why would you put that song in there if you didn't want our generation, to connect with that?
Yo, Toe, it's funny that you fucking say that because my Marvel buddy, right? Her sister and her son, her sister just graduated high school, right? And she's been in college for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. She does not like Miss Marvel because it may be too close in proximity. Her son, who's 13 and is going through this, thinks the show is super cringe. So did we lose you?
No.
I mean.
Okay. And he thinks it's super cringe. But maybe it's because they're going through that or just went through that. But I said it on this very podcast. I got receipts. I love the high school stuff. It could be played out. You know, we've had so much high school shows over the years. But this is one about superheroes, so it's a little bit more Superhuman Samurai. It's just more that type of crowd where it's like superheroes doing high school stuff. But I've always liked high school stuff, and I still very much think that this show is geared towards you know, the younger crowd and younger females. I still think very much so, but there's a lot for us, and it's just super relatable. Like, I know we're staying on 1 and we don't want to skip to 2, but the intro to episode 2 was what did it for me. She's coming in, bab, bab. I was like, what a great song to pick. Marvel just cannot pick a bad song, bro. I mean, you know, I would say 9 out of 10 times they get the song right. And she's super swaggy and she's all confident. Like, yo, it's Kamala. My man got it all the way wrong. Camellia.
Yeah.
He made her Spanish. You feel me?
Word.
Camellia Khan. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a good time with the show, but go ahead, Toki, boy. My bad.
No, yeah. So I mean, I appreciated that because it shows that it's more for us, like our generation, like every other, you know, comic book, movie, and all that. This is for the older people. Even like, let's say, like the animated movies. The jokes are more for adults.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
so that way we can connect. But they did it very good for us to enjoy it, I believe. You know,
yeah, like I said, I still think it's geared towards like the younger crowd of the MCU. But I would say probably the most relatable show, maybe next to, I don't know. I think it's one of the more relatable shows. Like I remember high school, like it happened yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm fucking 37 years old.
You know what's crazy? You would have never had this relatability to Hawkeye. to the girl playing Hawkeye if she never had Hawkeye in the show? Because think about it, Camilla Khan and her are the polar opposites of each other.
You know what? I actually see a lot of similarities between them. Maybe not like ethnicity and like the way they're raised and how
they're the same person. Like they're very relatable to each other. But one of them is super duper rich and has all of
the wealth class.
Yes, the wealth class. Yes.
Once you said it, I was like, I understand.
Yeah, one's up here and the other, but they're the same person. Yeah. It's the same person. It's crazy.
And I would love to see some antics between those two.
Yes.
If Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, were to like team up with Spider-Man, people are dying. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die, bro.
And speaking of Spider-Man,
I love how she messed up her superhero act at the end of episode 2. She saved the kid, but that kid was really close to dying.
You know what? The funny thing is, I'll say it now because I might forget it later. That kid was the one who stole her friend's, her cousin's.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Instagram. You can see the shoes.
Yeah, he was rocking the shoes while he was hanging. That motherfucker's the sneaker thief.
What an idiot kid! Oh my god! But that just kind of shows, bro. There's a lot of dumb people now that do a lot of dumb shit for pictures.
Yeah.
So I remember I saw on a Reddit somebody was like, "Yo, that kid is a little like no one does that." No one takes risky selfies.
Didn't you see the girl that fell off the fucking sides of the mountain when she stepped like 6 inches too far off and the thing broke?
Like I see. Do you remember how many people? You know how many people got hurt? Yo, not even selfies. You remember how many people got hurt with Pokemon Go? Just walking into shit. Like this is. You might not like it, but this is reality right now. People do extremely dumb things for pictures. Motherfuckers is like fighting animals. There's that video of that popular YouTuber that is trying to feed a fish to another fish in like a tank of water, and the fish snaps him in his fucking head, and he just passes out and falls in there. Like, people do stupid shit for pictures. So this was, but like, bro, I'm gonna talk about something really nasty, but it's the relatability. So one of the parts that stood out the most, and I don't want to skip to episode 2, but it's what we do here, you know?
Yeah.
One of the most relatable fucking parts, and it's not even to me because I am not a woman. I don't experience this. But when Nakia, and we'll get into Nakia, when Nakia's in the bathroom trying to figure out what's wrong with Kamala, and she goes, "Hey, I got tampons if you need that." I'm not a woman. I don't know what any of that is. I wouldn't ever, obviously through my mom and cousins and nieces, and you learn about that stuff through girlfriends and you know about that stuff, but I can't relate to it. I've never had that happen. But when she says, "Oh, I also have pads because I know how your mother is," that is some of the most I heard that, and I legit heard my mom when like my nieces were over, my cousins were over, and they needed stuff, right? Like, a lot of Hispanic mothers don't fuck with that tampon shit, especially when like a girl's like a virgin, right? They don't. They're like, "Yo, that." I was like, "Yo, what is this? My mom talking?" This is again. I know it's nasty and it got weird, but like that one little line was like crazy, like not relatable to me, but relatable around what I see with the women in my family. You know what I'm saying? And like again, this Pakistani woman is just like my mom. When she passes out, when she gets the first vision, she's like, "Kamala, what happened? Did you not eat, or did you eat too much?" Like, yo, that's my mom. That's my mom. Yo, I oh my God, it was so crazy just watching this. I love learning about the culture, but I also love seeing how close to the culture it is to mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Yusef, the dad, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it reminded me of my folks so much.
Because with the minorities and all that stuff, there's not a lot of ways that you can show your love to people, but you always showed your love through food.
Yeah,
And
100.
that's why it's always I made a big feast and you better eat it all.
Oh my God.
when Bruno comes over,
Yes.
and Muniba is her name, the mom, Muniba. When Muniba's like, okay, I'll fix your plate, he's like, oh, okay, cool, and she comes out with like 6 trays,
Yep.
and he's like, yo, how'd you do that so fast, bro? Wow.
Welcome to DR.
Yeah, it's so relatable. Yo, when my mom comes here, she stays at my brother's house. And my mom, when I go, my mom literally says, yo, bring me Tupperware. And every time I leave my brother's house, it's packed like that. It's so good. And my mother is the same way. When my brother's friends come over, she gives them a million things of food. When my friends comes over, it is so crazy how alike we all are, man. And I think that's what we really need to take from this. And it pisses me off. Everyone, because there's always, oh, Marvel, why are you shoving this down our throats? What? Kamala's culture and heritage? Marvel is not shoving that down your throat. We are at a point in the MCU where Captain Marvel's movie is coming out and Kamala Khan is integral to that character. We have been introducing Young Avengers now since January 2021. So this is the perfect time for this. Yeah. You are just a racist. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And not for nothing. If you're gonna do something that's in the New York, New Jersey area, there's more than just white people. I don't know if you know this.
People or black people. There is a bunch of people in New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, the most diverse fucking guy. Like,
I want to tell you, the melting pot is called for a reason.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't walk 2 feet without realizing somebody's a different race.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there. Hey, listen. Fun fact: New York has always been like that. Welcome to it. You don't like it? You don't like it? Our slogan: go fuck yourself.
That's right.
This is our world. New York and New Jersey is our world.
It is the right time for all of this. It is the perfect time for all of this. And the part in the mosque where she's like, hey, kind of can't see you from back here, so I don't even know what you're saying. And look at all the guys up there. They have this immaculate section where they sit in, and the women are just back here eating shit. That is 1-to-1 from the comics. That entire scene is literally from the comic strips. Yep. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the lady who wrote Miss Marvel is Pakistani. Okay? Yep. So what is Marvel shoving down your throats? I'm sorry, you just don't want to see this type of minority be put up where it's at. That's your problem.
Yeah.
And it fucking pisses me off. I'm sorry, Cap. You look like you're about to say something.
No, I'm not gonna say anything profound, but I was just gonna point out that it's a different culture, it's a different viewpoint. But the mom turns around and knowing that it'll embarrass her children, says, "Oh, if it wasn't for Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi,
yeah,
you wouldn't be around." Yeah. If that's not fucking America,
like, come on,
yeah,
like, come on, that's embarrassing your kids, sexual innuendos, Bon fucking Jovi,
like, come on,
and the pops jumps in the room painted fully green on some I'm the Hulk.
yo, can we talk about how awesome that fucking costume was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not only did it represent their culture, but it was the easily recognizable. Oh, he's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I forget the type of, it's a camise. I forget the name. I should look that up. I'm sorry. We're gonna butcher a few things, y'all here. Very sorry. We're all very excited. And honestly, like, I find this all interesting to get a view of more of this culture. Like, I find it interesting, but her, and it's funny because in the first episode, Muniba tells her, yo, why are you chasing these people? You need to be yourself. I don't think she's necessarily talking about not being a superhero. I think she's saying, yo, stop copying this white lady and do your own thing.
Yeah.
And later on, her official suit, which we will see in the show, which we have seen in the posters, it is a version of, it's a Pakistani suit. Like she has, it's the whole getup. I think I need to find the name. I'm pretty sure it's all Kamis, something like that. I'm very sorry
wore
for messing that up.
Similar to that in when she went in that fucking fair.
Yeah.
With the fucking Illuminantes or whatever the fuck they
with
call
the
it.
Illuminantes.
Yeah, like she's
it's
like,
so good.
There's a lot of shit that you point out, like, hold on, wait, that's this. But yeah, all right. So going back to, go ahead, Cap.
No. What I had was episode 2, so I'll wait.
All right. But going back to episode 1,
yes,
Cap pointed out to me the first time we saw it, the extra credit scene, the dude was the one who bring in Peter Parker.
He kills it. I love that.
Yeah.
He's so funny. When he questions Ned, he questions Peter, Zendaya. He's good. He's funny.
And then this new woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and she's from Orange is the New Black, but I saw that and I was like, yo, this could be related to either Deadpool, to Daredevil or Spider-Man, because these motherfuckers bring in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And Daredevil already defended Spider-Man from these niggas. So maybe we could get a little bit of Matt Murdock in this.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yo.
Also, depending on when this falls in the timeline, there's also another superhero lawyer running around.
There is.
Oh, She-Hulk.
There is.
That's true. And they wanted to, but not for nothing though, because in the trailer they said that they wanted her to head up the new division, right? So could Kamala Khan be the first one that they put on trial in that new division?
So I have comic book information on how this all could play out when we get to that point.
Okay, all right. Another thing I wanted to notice is that when she went into the chest
it's a Shalwar Kamis.
Shalwar Kamis, okay.
Shalwar Kamis. And it's funny when they're in the celebration where Bruno's wearing one and he's like, yo, you don't think it's too bright? And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't understand what you're saying. Yo, so
like, I'm sorry. This is what we do.
Too bright like that. That's my mom. That's my mom. That's all of our mothers, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people are relating.
You know what that is with us? That's like when you bring somebody new over to like a Thanksgiving or whatever. And they're mad loud. Are they arguing? No, that's what we're doing.
We're just chilling.
Yeah. Nobody here is arguing.
Yeah,
we're just conversating, bro.
It's all love. It's all love.
Like
the Illuminantes.
A friend, you're like, no. Yo, the uncle's outside in the hallway. Why are you talking?
Yeah.
Nobody's fighting, bro. Nobody's fighting.
The Illuminantes are definitely talking shit about everyone, but they're not fighting. It's
funny. Caps put that up, and you're absolutely correct. There's always the group of aunts that are talking shit. And if you know anything about us, they're smoking the slim cigarette somewhere.
Yep.
And they
someone's
got
smoking the slim. The lighter. And they all have different type of drinks. There's the auntie that's just doing wine.
Mm-hmm.
There's the auntie that's just doing beer. There's the auntie that's doing some real hard liquor.
Yeah.
And like they're everywhere. And funny, the one of the Illuminantes, and again, I'm sorry for jumping to episode 2, so really sorry. But one of the Illuminantes, who the one that says, "Oh, I heard she killed a man," she voiced the first Indian character in Overwatch, Symmetra. So that's also really cool. And she's Yusef.
She's part of the Critical Role team too.
Exactly. And Yusef, the father, he does the voiceovers for Doctor Strange in the translations of the Marvel movies in India.
Oh shit!
That's
there's so much love in this show. Why aren't people like, I latched on to how much love was put in this product immediately in the school. Even the weird counselor that tries to be hip and he's like super cringy, but like that is it. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Fucking Bruno, getting friend zoned.
Yeah,
like,
we don't talk about Bruno.
Hard though.
Bruno,
yeah,
man, poor
yeah.
Bruno. So he hating. But anyways, my bad.
But not for nothing, to go off of that topic, and especially the people that were talking shit about the Star Wars character,
Yes.
Yes.
and all that.
Piece of fucking shit.
To me, I see it as this: like real fans of Star Wars or wrestling or comic books or any lore that have it, they talk amongst each other, and they celebrate what they celebrate amongst each other, and we don't like what we don't like based off of the characters that that they're portraying or the situation. Like, I don't like the way this character's written or whatever. It's never about the person, unless it's Ezra Miller, because you fucked up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, I think the people that are on social media that are bashing the show and all that, those are not real fucking fans.
No.
Those will never be in the category of fan that I would put myself in, because that's a disgrace. It's like, how long have we been living here that there's been so many different type of people, whether it be color, race, sexual orientation, whatever other,
Religion.
separation, religion, whatever else separates us individually. We're all one race of people. We're
We're human race.
Yeah, we're the human race, right? We've been living forever. And if you never come in contact with someone that's different than you, then you live in a fucking rock. And that's a fucking problem. Like, you live in a rock and you need to step outside. Anywhere you go, even if you're in Kentucky, there's other fucking races, religions, and all that other shit that you coexist with. Why are you gonna sit here and take the time out to bash some shit about a fantasy that people put their time into to step away from their harsh realities of the world, just so they could see you talking ignorant shit about a fucking female actress that has nothing to do with anything,
Yeah,
or a fucking a wrestler, or a fucking comic book character, or a fucking transgender person, or any other fucking religious type shit. What's the fucking point? Like, what is the point of this shit? Everyone needs to be represented somehow. And if you don't like the fact that these people are being represented, then you are a fucking racist.
Yeah.
That's the way that's the way the definition is. You think you think that your race is more superior than theirs, and you're a fucking racist. And that's what it boils down to. And you'll never be in a category that I fit into as a fan or as a viewer or any other shit like that. You're a piece of shit, and that's where you stay. All of you stay in that piece of shit lane.
For real. So, by the way, Show asked, does she wear a hijab? That's how it is a hijab. No. She has put on a hijab in the comics, but her outfit, her hair is out. Yeah, her hair is out. Yeah. So, like, I was reading, I forgot who posted this on Facebook, but it says review Miss Marvel gets review bombed. And I get it. There's a lot of people who have an opinion. And I saw a lot of people commenting, well, okay, maybe they just don't like the show, and that's fine. But when you start your argument with, oh my God, this is so cringe, enough of the woke politics, bro, just because there's a different race, religion, gender, or queer character, that's not woke politics. Since when is being gay or transgender or a different religion or culture, since when is that political?
Okay,
I don't remember that.
Is it wrong to be a Pakistani teenager?
But the funny thing is,
no, hold on, real quick, my bad. So I have a different Instagram account. I haven't been on there in a little while because, well, I haven't been posting there in a while. I would post like virtual photography and stuff. I'm super busy at work. I haven't posted there since like May or something, but I still check in. There's one girl that I met there. She's a streamer, the Pakistani girl. And she wasn't the biggest Marvel fan, but she is over the moon with Miss Marvel right now because of the representation. Everyone needs it. We all need representation, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you don't have to be a super fan to appreciate things. And like, she's not. But she loves it, bro. She doesn't stop posting about Miss Marvel. You know, she knows everything that's happening. She's been to mosque. She's been to prayer. You know, she is that. Awesome. She lives in Canada. She lives in Canada. She does come from that Indian family that migrated somewhere else to give their children an opportunity. So she does have that whole where she's like Pakistani, but she's like a Canadian, and like, don't really know how to fit in, which is
That
what's
first
going on with her.
generation.
Correct, which is what's going on with her friend Nakia, because Nakia is white and Pakistani. So, and I'm sorry if we get the terms wrong here. Really sorry about that. We don't mean to disrespect anybody, but that's her whole thing about it. And in the comics, Nakia is super activist. So when the Marvels game came out a couple years ago, I read a little bit up on Miss Marvel. And she is super activist. She is going through the same thing in the comics, Nakia. She wears her hijab to school. She doesn't know where to fit in, where she says in the show, she's like, I'm either too cultural some places or I'm too white some other places. And even as being full Dominican, right? You have, you go back to DR or you go back to Puerto Rico, or you go back anywhere in the Caribbean or South America, and they're like, "Oh, you too American.
You're not enough for something.
You're not Spanish enough. Look. Oh, you don't look Puerto Rican. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I supposed to look like? A fucking gandule? A gandule? Like, oh, you're not Dominican enough. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Fucking have my guida everywhere, bro. This show is so relatable. I don't understand the hate. I don't understand. So relatable.
It's an idea where you have a culture that they see as something bad. Those stupid idiots, the morons, see something bad, but they see relatability and they don't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Well, my parents are like that. My parents are super religious, and I got to put up with them. Christian or whatever, Mormon, Catholic, whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, right. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they're like that, but they don't want to relate to it because the color is not theirs. The color is this. The color is us. The color is not them. But they watch the show and go, "Oh, I hate it because they don't look like me, but I can relate to it." Yeah, your mom and
Marvel. Why are you forcing this on us?
But your mother and father are the same with your Christian religion or whatever religion you do. Like, you're not focused enough on that. But yet your parents forget that they were teenagers at one point and they rebelled against everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody rebels against something at one point in their life. Especially when you're a teenager, when you're old enough to know things, but you don't know everything.
Yeah.
Where you're old enough to think you know everything.
Yeah. You are both knowledgeable and a piece of shit at the same time.
Yo.
Perfect.
Yep.
You understand, but you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, on their end, they see it as, oh my God, I can relate, but I've been taught through my life and through ignorant people of my past that I can't accept these people as equals.
You got to break those cycles, man. Break those generational cycles. That's the
problem is there's a kid right now, right? The kid right now is probably 12 years old, and his parents are that's not right. Meanwhile, he's like, but you treat me just the way they treat her is the way you treat me.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Same deal.
Yo, you know what that leads to?
So how is this different? How are me and this girl in the show different? What, because of this right here?
Yeah.
I try to go to a party and you tell me no because it's blasphemy or whatever the fuck they represent it as in your culture, in your religion. It's blasphemy or whatever. And they tell them, oh, it's against our culture. You need to be a good girl. Tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
So how am I not supposed to relate to this girl that just looks different?
Yeah. It's so weird, man. It's so weird.
But in that example, look what that does. You treat the kid that way, the kid's like, oh, that's the same thing I do. Then you tell the kid that's bad. So now what you do is bad.
Yep.
So now I'm more resentful to you.
Absolutely.
Now I'm not gonna listen. Now I'm not gonna do shit. Now I'm gonna push away more because you're telling me my experience is bad.
Yeah.
Because her experience is bad, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, I don't normally get into topics like this because we all know that I am Spanish. I love being Spanish, love being Puerto Rican, but truth be told, I am the fucking white guy, so I try not to say too much and let you guys speak. But I find it funny all those guys or anybody who with the whole woke shit, anytime they're like, oh, the female, whatever, I want to so bad turn around and go, well, then your sister is a fucking horrible, lazy piece of shit that doesn't do nothing. Your mother doesn't fucking do a goddamn thing. Like, yo, I want to meet one of them face to face. And if any woman in their family picks up the keys of the car, slap it out the hand, like, no, the fuck you doing? You're a woman.
Bitch.
You don't fucking drive.
Yeah. How would you feel about that?
Yeah.
It's so weird, man. Because like, what really sucks is that when talking about Miss Marvel, we have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like what's going on with Chris Evans in the Buzz Lightyear movie, that he has a kiss with a male character in the shit, and everybody's like going off. And Chris is like, yo, why do we even need to talk about this? And Chris's brother is gay out there. Yeah. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Evans is super advocate for the LGBTQ community. And he gets on Twitter and will fuck you up with his words if you say any of that. So I'm saying, like, why do we even have to talk about this? Like, me, I see this show, I see this different culture that I've been around my whole life, especially in New York City, right? Yeah. You know? And I'm like, fuck, this is so interesting. First of all, to see how they act, to see what they're doing, to see how they go to church, to see how they pray, to see how they eat, all of it. And instead of thinking to myself, yo, Marvel, why are you shoving this down our throats? Which they're not. You could turn it off. Just don't even watch. Yeah. But instead of thinking that goofy ass shit, I think, yo, we're exactly the same. It's the same fucking thing. Like, and what a sad scene when the dad actually tries. Because I've had my parents do that, where they're like, okay, you could do this, but we're going to do it too. And it's like, bro, y'all mad embarrassing. Chill. We're no. And it's like, I felt so bad for the dad in that scene.
My God.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, man, it was.
And when but I think it was even more heartwarming when she apologizes to her mom in the second episode. Like, I'm really sorry, Mom. I'm not trying to hate you. I'm a teenager, bro. You guys are dorks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our parents were dorks, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even now, right? I tell this to my son all the time. I'm like, son, you going into junior high. My son is about to hit the 5th grade. So in another year, we're hitting middle school. We're hitting junior high. Yeah. Wow. Woo! Just wow. Okay?
Get ready for your Miss Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get some power, save the fucking world, and pay some bills. Yeah. Anyways, so like, I tell my son all the time, I'm like, listen, when me and your mom tell you something, it's always for your best interest. My parents have my best interest at heart too, but they came from a totally different country, a totally different mindset, like everything. It's the gap between my parents and me in junior high school is totally different from the gap of my son, of me and my son in junior high.
Yes, absolutely.
So I tell him all the time, like, yo, like, I remember high school like it was yesterday. Listen to me and your mom, and you'll be just fine. So it's like, I get that parents are dorks, but like, even me, that I tell my son this, it's still not cool enough. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, if my brother tells me, yo, I'm going to hit the mall with my friends. He's 16. He's driving. Like, oh, let me come to the mall too. I got some shit to buy. He's going to be like, yo, chill, Dad. And I got to understand that. Our parents didn't understand that. No, you know? I would be like, son, be careful. Do what you got to do. Go. Obviously, I run it by his mother because we are co-parenters. We need to agree on shit before my son can do anything. So it's like, you know? So it's like, I get it, and it's like, what a sad scene, but what an even better scene when she apologizes. I thought it was really cute.
Now, now here's my take on it. Right, you're getting a very entertaining Marvel show, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's very fun.
My whole thing about the show is not necessarily what's being presented; it's the lead character. Yeah, right. And I'll get to that in a minute. My thing is, you're being introduced to a brand new culture, a beautiful culture, by the way. Let's be realistic.
It's so
colors,
cool.
The vibrantness.
Yeah, man.
And like Cap said very adequately, we can relate. Everybody can relate to it. Yo, we are people in different
regions of the world
with the exact same fucking people.
Yeah.
The people are the same. You got the aunts, you got the uncles, you got the pops, you got the moms, you got the kids,
the brothers
at the same age. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you're being introduced to a brand new culture, right? And kind of Moon Knight is a perfect example of it because you're introduced to a person with a different view of the world because of a certain aspect of their mental being. I don't say mental health because I hate saying that because it makes people feel comfortable. Yeah. But their mental being is somewhere different. You know what I mean? You're seeing different personalities in the same human being, right?
Yep.
And now they understand each other, at least two do. Yeah. Can't wait for Jake. Yeah. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Now you're being introduced from that into a different culture. And you're getting introduced to it in such a positive light and beautiful way. Like I always say that about Luke Cage in Harlem. Yeah, they showed Harlem in such a beautiful light.
Yeah,
the colors were vibrant, and it was a positive neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there were certain scenes where
there was still some crime going on.
But the point is, for the most part, is you have always forward and forward always, right?
Yeah.
And that was Pops' thing. And me and my lady, we say to each other all the time, like we text. Always forward, forward, always. And that's a beautiful thing in a beautiful neighborhood, right? Now you're getting the same thing from Ms. Marvel. You're getting this culture presented to you through a teenager's eyes and the parents, and like you're just getting it to a beautiful, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And now my thing is you're getting it sent to you by one of the most charismatic actors I've ever seen before. She is literally putting Tom Holland to shame because she has so much vibrancy, but yet she has that vulnerability too to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sit there and I watch her and I'm like, I wish I was that dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a show, right? And I'm presenting a brand new culture to the world, right? On one of the biggest platforms on the planet, and I'm doing it. I mean, I'm seeing so much confidence with her.
Yeah, she's acting like it ain't nothing.
You know what I mean?
Right? She's calling, she's calling Feige. She's calling Feige like, yo, why you doing my man Black Bolt like that? Yeah, I saw a video of her where they asked her to name all of the Marvel movies in 1 minute. She got all of them except Guardians 1 and 2 and Miss Marvel. So they're like, yo, you actually miss Miss Marvel. And she starts cracking up like, yo, that's really fat. That's
she had
really
me dying because she goes, yo, I'm not going to do the Tom Holland. I'm not giving no spoilers out. Like you can tell, I would love to see her with RDJ and just see that like, you know, like,
my God.
Yeah.
Can I run and gun with you?
You had a like little bit of that in the when she was in the I don't know, the guidance counselor's office. Yeah, where he's like, oh, what are you gonna do? And she's like, do I have to do it in 4 minutes or can I get some time? It's like, do I have to decide my whole life in the next 4 minutes or do I have some time?
But I'm saying is, you know,
you had a little bit of that,
You have somebody like you know, like if I'm not gonna care about what I'm being presented with, I can at least appreciate the effort being made by this lead actress.
Yeah.
At such a young age. Yeah. I mean, you have to understand there's a burden put on you for doing something like that. Presenting a culture, leading a show, and then you're gonna lead into the Marvel universe with that. Like you're not only doing this, you're gonna be with the Marvels. So
yeah.
Remember with Larson, Monica Rambeau, which huge fan of. So you're gonna interact with them, but now you have set such a standard on your own that I am beyond impressed with. Like, I hold her on like RDJ level. Like she
looks fun. She's very charismatic. She's very she seems very smart for her age. I actually think. I don't write off Brie Larson yet. I think she and the writers have been listening to feedback, and I think we might get not totally different, but I think we're gonna get I think Brie's gonna have a second shot, and her and Iman Vellani, which is Miss Marvel, they've been talking a lot, so they're building that camaraderie already. So I think let's not write off Brie Larson just yet.
Yo,
what I'm saying is, I'm hoping Monica Rambeau has become the villain in all of that, because she has a beef with Miss Marvel, and it's legit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want her to become the angry woman in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, dude.
And for Kamala to be the peacemaker.
Like they're beefing the whole time, and Kamala's like,
Kamala's
hey,
I'm
chill.
like, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I want to be on something like Kamala's like, yo, she's not wrong. On something like, I understand where she's coming from. You know what I mean? I get it. But you know, that's a bridge to come at a different time. But I just want to completely give all respect, props, and love to this amazing actress. And I love to see someone just go into a role head first and just own it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't expect to like this. I didn't expect to even relate to it, but she's amazing. I can't say enough about her, and I want this to be beyond successful to see more of her. So props to her, man. It's beautiful, you know. And then with the culture and everything, and it even adds to it. You know what I mean? And it's listen, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you.
For real.
I want you to sit back and assess yourself and realize that this individual is given everything and then some, and she's representing everything correctly.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like that, analyze your life.
For real.
But
Cap
got
a point. Cap got a point.
Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sorry.
No, for real.
I had two things I want to say, but to go up for your movie idea, I think one, you gotta have. There is definitely a tension between Spectre or Photon, whatever they're gonna call her, and Miss Marvel. Mm-hmm. Kamala is the perfect person to bridge that gap. And as corny as it might seem, my hope is that towards the end of the movie or at some point in the movie, all three of them look at each other and they one at a time, higher, farther, faster.
Yeah.
And that's their fucking like, we got this type shit.
Yeah.
I think after Miss Marvel, I'm more excited for.
I'm looking forward.
What do you think about that? Like Cap, like from seeing these 2 episodes so far, did that make you a little bit more excited, or do you still need to see a little bit more?
So, I'm a little bit of a weird guy in here
because I know you backed her up. I know you backed up Brie Larson before. You're like, okay, let's chill out. You know.
So here's the thing, Brie. I think the writing of the first movie kind of like failed her. But to me, from what I've read of Captain Marvel and what I know her propensity to be a little standoffish and to be a little bit like, I wish like we on the same side of the line, but you a little closer to the line. I wish you were on this over here. Brie's done a great job. Like when I see her on screen, I see Miss Marvel.
I see Captain Marvel
that I know. Dude, I went to the movie theaters to see that movie twice. Like I have no problem with her at all. I forget what the hell your question was.
Are you more excited after seeing these episodes?
If you're more excited for the Marvels after watching Miss Marvel.
I had a point that I was going with.
I love that. I'm really great.
That happens to me all the time.
I want to answer Cap's question, which is a great question. To Cap, it's not to me, but you know, I am excited just purely off her. I saw Monica Rambeau, and when I see for this young lady, which I apologize, forget her name. I'm sorry,
Iman Vellani.
Iman Vellani. I apologize. She's a great actress. I'm sorry if I come off with her name, but off for these 2 by themselves, I am excited to see this movie. I wasn't before, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me either.
First, when I first saw the thing in WandaVision, I was like, okay. Then I saw this young lady, and I'm like, I want to see her in more stuff, and I want to see her interact with Star-Lord. I want to see her interact with Thor. But one person I want to see interact with the most, I'm not gonna lie to you, 2 people, is Bucky and Sam.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was like, and this is one of the moments where I do the comic book thing that I do. Like I'll write a comic book in my head, right? And a comic book is almost like a screenplay, you can think, right?
Yeah.
And I can just see them interacting. Where Sam and Bucky are talking to each other. And then she's just there, standing she's just there. And they both go, "Do you want to say something?"
Yeah.
And she just goes,
she's just starstruck.
I just realized you're Captain America. You're Winter Soldier, right? He goes, "Well, I don't go by that name anymore. What name do you go by? I don't know. You should figure that out."
Yeah.
And I want to know, you guys argue all the time, but you work great together. So what is this? Like a teenager would. What is this? Is it bromance? Is this more? I want to figure out what this is. And they're like, "You're a kid. You don't need to figure out what it is." But I feel like we're a team. We should all know.
Yeah.
You guys have a couple names?
We should all kind of, we need to know. You're the leader, aren't you? You're Captain America, right? Yeah. Should we know what you guys are? That moment right there, I feel like
I don't think you're that off. I think
like
there's gonna be like her interacting with teams.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be very funny. Like
absolutely.
she's a tension breaker.
Yes.
Now that you put it, I want to see her interact with I don't remember her name in the movie, but Aquafina's character.
Oh yeah.
Because
Fish out of water.
Yeah,
she mentions Shang-Chi too in the show. She says his name.
It's funny how they're both gonna be on the outside looking in, and one of them is a superhero.
Yeah,
and they're both be like, "Yo, how crazy is this shit? Look who's in front of us." And then
Aquafina's, you're in that. Yo, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny. So,
yo,
and it's like
I can see that line where she's like, "Yo, aren't you one of them?" And then Kamala looks at him like, "Yeah, but you shot a dragon." Like,
yeah, sort of.
Didn't you kill a dragon?
Yeah, and that's the thing
with an arrow.
That's the thing about it. It's like I don't understand how this isn't relatable. This is a teenage kid who idolizes superheroes, Avengers mainly, and gets her shot at being one. I don't know if you never had that thought, but hey, maybe you get struck by lightning and get electric powers. You know what I mean? Like you wanted that radioactive bite. You didn't want to die of poisoning. You wanted a swing web. Like this is a kid who idolizes heroes and gets her shot. What about that is not relatable? Is it the culture? Because let me tell you, your parents go to church, most likely. Your parents might be Christians, your parents might be Catholic. Yes, they don't kneel to pray. I mean, they don't bow down to pray like that, but they get on their knees and, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely correct.
What is not relatable about this show?
I don't.
They eat like animals like we do.
Yes,
massive plates, smorgasbord of fucking food. It's everyone.
So this is what I was gonna bring up before. It's the denial of facts, truth, and reality. Because everybody has my version of the truth, which is not a truth. You're an unreliable narrator if you're going to tell your side of the story. But we have South America, Africa, and Asia. In Asia. 3 separate places, all built pyramids the exact same way. That means 2 things. 1, there's only one fucking correct way to build a pyramid.
Yeah.
And 2,
this is true.
We inherently have a sameness and a shared fucking experience that in 3 different parts of the world, 3 separate groups of people can turn around and figure out the exact same thing. Like, we all love food. We all have that group of people who love to gossip.
Everybody.
We all have have a community. We all have the people we know to stay away from. The exact same experience happens everywhere because life happens for everyone.
Yes, that's well said, man.
I don't know the whole thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson said, but he said that there had to have been one point where the world was connected to each other because you travel the world and we're all one species. If we were separated from each other, each nationality, basically, or each race of people would be its own species.
Yeah.
We couldn't be one species if we weren't all interconnected anyway.
Or had some kind of sameness or likeness to ourselves. And yeah, like you said, like we all eat, we all make massive amounts of food, we all eat like pigs in the table, you know what I'm saying? And then we go sit with the fam, watch a movie. Like Cap said, we all got the aunts that talk shit, the Illuminantes. And that's what I want to talk about. Yeah. I think the go ahead before I'll go right after you.
I was just gonna say real quick. Go to every place in the world and talk to married couples and watch how many of those married couples say the same shit. I was at a place, I saw this person, I was like, that's the one I want for the rest of my life. It's the exact same thing. You're not gonna go to India and be like, oh, how'd you get married? Oh, well, I was milking a cow, and then one day she fell through my ceiling.
Yeah,
and was delivered. Like, I mean, I know there's arranged marriages and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like your experience is so vastly different that you're like, that's never happened to anybody. That's why when people lie about shit, it's extremely easy to be like, I don't think you did that.
Yeah.
You didn't crawl out of an alligator.
Yeah.
So you didn't, like he said, you didn't get bit by the alligator, retrieve your arm and sew it back on yourself. That's
like I really don't understand it. Like I really wanted to highlight. So I saw immediate likeness, similarities to my culture and how I was brought up, and even her in school, and getting someone's number. Like I've gotten a phone number in high school, got home, got a text, and was like, yeah. And the next day I walked up in the school big dicking. I've done that, but the one thing that really nailed it home for me was the Illuminantes. First of all, I don't think I've ever heard a group of aunts being called the Illuminantes, and it makes a lot more sense after just watching Doctor Strange. I think it was beautiful fucking writing. But on top of that, all of the other certain groups were the same thing. The dads, right?
Yeah.
The goth kids, the bros. The bros. It's all the same. And just the whole celebration too, I think it's called EID. I'm sorry again if I'm mispronouncing. I'm sorry, y'all. I really, really apologize. But we have block parties, do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Churches have bake sales and they party. Some churches celebrate differently. Some churches don't allow music. Some churches don't allow this. But it's all the same. And all of these groups are everywhere you go. When they decided to divide and conquer to get all of these groups, it was perfection, bro. And the Illuminati specifically, because I put myself there. I put myself in a space where I see, and it doesn't even have to be my family. I hung out with Les' family so many times. They always threw crazy parties. They could start off at 12 p.m. and end at 12 p.m. the next day. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen. It could be an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And all the tias is all together. There was a Sweet 16 that I went to. I got really drunk, and I threw up all over the place. Les saved me. Well, I mean, he didn't get to save the floor. But all the aunts were there. All the cool kids were over there.
Yes.
All of the dads were over there, either talking about baseball or politics.
Absolutely.
It's frustrating, and I keep saying the same thing over. But so when we were talking about this, I said how much I like high school stuff, and I felt like this would be fun, right? And I think I got that in spades. Again, like Superbad, 10 Things I Hate About You, She's All That, Can't Hardly Wait. I love all of that shit. And this is that, but in the Marvel universe. But I think it's sprinkled on a little more. And I want to talk about Nakia and how Nakia. So, like I told you, in the comic books, she's super radical. This has been next to Hawkeye. This is the most parallels I've seen in any of the shows. I mean, I think they're doing that a lot more now. You know, you have literally images straight off the comics nowadays. That's happening in Thor. When you see that big god in the back, we saw it in Moon Knight, Hawkeye. But like, this one is so crazy close. And Nakia, I love the part where Iman or Miss Marvel, Kamala, where she's like, you're gonna be the change that we need. And it's like, it's all from the comics. And Nakia came off as very kind of like, you know, super cool and whatever. I'm like edgy. I'm not, because like at first she didn't even tell Nakia about her powers.
Nope.
We're gonna go into the powers soon. She didn't even tell Nakia about it. But then first episode was getting to know Bruno, and like he figured out that she's an Inhuman. I got that. You know, the powers were inside of her. It wasn't the bangle. It just activated it.
He said it unlocked her powers.
Yeah, my man had the tablet out, which, quite frankly, I wanted to see more of that. Yeah. But Stu, and the party scene where they hand her the alcohol, straight out of the comics. But second episode, we got more Nakia. And I thought it was a really heartfelt moment in the bathroom where Nakia's like, yo, you know, like I wear, like a lot of people. And what I'm trying to say is that it's exactly the state of the world and how people are viewing the show is Nakia, where it's like, I don't give a fuck what people say. Yes, I'm half white, I'm half Indian, but I'm gonna wear my hijab, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says about it. I think that's the strength of this show, where it's like Marvel had to have known that they're treading, you know, dangerous waters with this one. They had to have known. Again, I don't know why we're here, but as fucking human beings, unfortunately, we're here. And the fact, like Toe was saying earlier, and this all, it all links. Where he's like, yo, the first episode's like, let's see how you like this. The second episode, we walk in big dickin', like, and I think Nakia leads that, where her trying to make change at the mosque, where her trying to be a more radical, with her telling herself like, fuck this, and when Kamala looks at her and she's like, I love you so much, because she is a regular girl and she's using her human-like powers to make change, and that brings something into Kamala as well. And she's like, man, like I'm the hero here, and you're hyping me up. Oh, what a great scene in the bathroom they had. What a great scene. I really love that. Just learning about Nakia, seeing how important she really is to Kamala. Kamala hyping her up, her hyping Kamala up, and them both getting out of that bathroom just overall better characters, right?
Yeah, I feel like there was a very quick and short evolution.
Yeah, right there in that man, that scene was so good. Oh my god!
And also, I would like to just say for right now, because we don't know how this season's gonna go. Yeah, I would also like to steal for right now, because we don't know how the series is gonna end. But for right now, we have people who care about Kamala, about Miss Marvel, her parents, and they're not evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for right now, like, because the mom did some shady shit. It's like, all right, you're with the swordsman in Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of bad parents, except for Aunt May.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bad parents. But now we got some good parents that legitimately give a shit about their kid. You know, like, you know, there's not gonna. I don't think there's gonna be much of acceptance in the beginning. It's gonna, you know, it's still my baby. You know, like you get that there. So it's just it's good to see that, because it's almost like a Family Matters, Fresh Prince vibe when it comes to the you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the family aspect.
It's funny. I was thinking Family Matters first. That's a very Toe, nail on the head, bro. I was thinking Family Matters, like, you know, just that. It's fun. You know who doesn't get enough credit? Her brother doesn't get enough credit, man. I think her brother,
hilarious.
Her brother is like, oh, so I'm like, yo, listen, hey, I get where you're at. I was there.
And he helps her. He helps her with Avenger Con, man.
He does,
oh my God.
The brother gets it. The brother goes, yo, I was there once, man. I was there once. You know, props
Amir,
to the dude, man. That's a great character that probably won't, like when the show ends, he won't get the props, but I'm gonna give him some now.
Yeah,
and when the parents talking about Bon Jovi, and he said if it wasn't for Slippery and Wet, he's like, that's gross. Like, yo, and such an easy line, but greatly delivered in a real weird situation.
To talk about how relatable that
is.
Like
a Big Brother would do. He was also like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. He's like,
But to talk about how relatable that is, he turned around and was like, that's gross. But his wife or fiance looked at it like, oh, that's the kind of love that I want.
Yeah.
Like, how relatable is that for any coach? The guy to be like, get out of here. But the girl,
I don't want to see my parents.
I don't. How many examples of likeness and similarities to all cultures and all people around the world does this show need to give you?
Look how quick he was too.
Listen, between four individuals here, right? We have nailed aunts, uncles, religion, and like we don't have our religion is nowhere near the same.
Yeah,
but the basis of it is the same. Right?
Yeah,
but the thing we did nail the same was our family gatherings.
Yeah,
when family becomes a family, but we're all in that moment of, you know, we're having fun with each other. We're the aunts are doing the aunts, the uncles are doing the uncles, the kids are doing their thing. You know what I mean? And you're telling me at no point you can relate to the show?
Even Bruno walking in with the camise, like he's respecting the culture.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
And how accepting they are of him. And his girlfriend, Amir's girlfriend's black. And she's embracing the culture too. And like, yo, you know, a lot of immigrant parents who, depending on where you're from, they'll kind of not want you to marry outside the race or date outside the race, depending, because when you're Dominican, they encourage you to, you know, date out of the race. But that's a whole nother conversation. But but like a lot of immigrant parents in India, in Asia, I've heard about this. Like, bro, how many Indian friends didn't we have in high school? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you hear about this kind of stuff. So like, how accepting they are of her, and she's all up in the culture. And Bruno comes with this little camise and she's like, "Oh, you look so good." And he's like, "You think so?" And like, even Kamala's looking at it, and he's like, "Yeah, you look good, man. I think it's fun. Like, I get it's not goosebumps, it's good feels. I get good vibes from the show." Now, granted, I think we're 2 episodes in. Let's see how it goes. You know, usually shit hits the fan in episode 4. So episode 5. So let's see how that goes.
I love the fact that you say episode 3. You said episode 4, she goes left.
Yes, episode 4 and all of these shows have been crazy. Yeah. So let's see where that goes. I want to talk. I know you guys got some stuff. Yeah.
Real quick, Cap was trying to say something real quick. What was you saying? Cap?
No, I was gonna say with in terms of the brother, going off the whole relatability. Yeah, we don't dress alike. We don't look alike. We don't share the same religion. He's getting married. I'm out of the dating pool. But how quick he was when he was calling what's his name on his bullshit. Like, "Oh no, wait, I think I remember you. Yeah. The cousin. Rom.com. That's what we called you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's some shit. I'm like, yo, how can you not love a dude who's that quick?
Rom.com. So good. He was like, "Yo, you sound British. You sound British though." And then he puts the Pakistani accent, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And like, oh my god.
But did anyone catch that the girlfriend knew for a fact that wasn't there? Because she was
that's a man. We're getting here. But she, more relatability where the brother is being a complete idiot about it, but the girlfriend is like, "Hey,
let's let your family be together."
Tell you right now. Listen, quote me. Underrated character.
Yeah.
Boom. Happened.
Yeah, brother. You're right. Like,
I remember watching that episode, right? Watching the episode, and I'm like, nobody's gonna appreciate this guy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna appreciate this guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
But I think I think episode 5, they're gonna go, They might write something for him. They're gonna go, all right, that's the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just, he can, you know how one character says one thing or does something that his sister goes, I never expected it from you.
Yeah.
The one character never expected inspiration from one person. The brother goes, listen, Kamala, I love you. And you listen to our parents and you listen to everybody. Kamala, what do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be this.
I think he's gonna like root her on, like you go and be that hero. You go and be that hero, girl.
Do me a favor, Kamala. I love you. Be who you need to be.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me, pops, mom. Be you.
Yeah, I think we might get. That's a good call, there. It's a good call.
At the end of the day, I'm proud of you.
That's a good call. And they already have a really good relationship.
Yeah, same.
He doesn't he makes fun of her, but I don't think he picks on her. It's definitely like, I don't know if you guys watch Stranger Things. It's definitely not Billy and it's definitely not Billy and Max.
No,
you know
it's not.
It's definitely not that.
You know what it is? I think
by the way, the episode's coming out soon, so get ready for that. It should be fun. But no, I think it's a real thing of him getting it at the end. Like, yo, listen, you don't need to be like any of us. You need to be better than us.
Yeah.
Kamala, be you. And
yeah, I think it's.
I'm proud of you. I love you.
It's a result of the family, not only being well written, but being well balanced. Because you have in the beginning, the mom's always going to be overprotective.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
But that whole scene was like, "What? You don't trust me?" She's like, "No,
I don't."
I was like, "Nah, she's joking." Like,
we trust you. We just don't trust anyone else.
Now, here's a fun fact: in the comics, it's the other way. The pops is overprotective, and the moms is like a little more leeway. But you know why I like the switch? Because in a lot of the households, it's Captain will tell you, the moms is like
she's the boss,
right? But then the pops is like, yo, listen, go ahead, do you? I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Trust Caps. You know what I'm saying? Trust all of us. Like, yo, the pops are like, go ahead, man. Where is he? He'll be back soon. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny.
I like the switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of that. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I see where they're going with this. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's like Cap said, is the Pakistani writer, the young lady that part of the team that wrote Kamala Khan, that she was like, this is the way my life was.
Yeah.
And she kind of like, she put her personal, and when you put personal thing into it, it's one of the most beautiful things ever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Cap.
Yeah. We call it also to circle into all this. How Toe was saying how like episode 1 was the little bit like let's see if you like this type vibe. I think going off of the balance and all that, the dad, when the brother was like, yo, don't forget to pray before hitting the car, and the dad was like, you pray too much. Don't pray too much. You don't have to stop at every stop sign. That's almost like also telling the viewers, you can, like everything you like, but you don't need to go too deep.
Yeah.
You don't need to be so fanatical, which is probably, it's a lighter way of what the mom is telling Kamala about get your head out of the stars because all this shit. Like Lay brought it up. He thinks the brother's going to be the one to be like, go out there and do all that. I honestly think, we know she gets her classic costume. I honestly think at some point, her mom is going to be like,
okay,
I can't stop you. I can't stop you. You have this gift. You can restore the name of this family.
Yeah.
Go.
Because apparently her like great grandma fucked shit up. Yeah.
And it's going to be one of those things where if you're going to do this,
be you.
It's gonna be the scene in Cool Running. Like, don't be the Swiss.
Yeah.
Be the Jamaican. Like,
feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up.
Yeah. Do this the way we do this.
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying earlier. So like when Muniba is her name, the mom's name, Muniba. When Muniba is telling Kamala, she's like, yo, get your head out of the clouds and all of that. You need to like be who you are. I don't necessarily think she's talking about not like being a hero. She knows the shit in her family. She knows something is up. When she grabbed the bangle and the dress, she immediately put that shit away. And then later on in the kitchen, when the dad is telling them the story about the partition, right? She's in the back like crying. She's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Her family is about this life. She knows it. So I think she's telling her like, yo, stop trying to be Captain Marvel. Be yourself. So like, I really think that I agree with Cap. I think later on, Mom is gonna be like, look, I can't do nothing about this. This one's in the family. Let's make you.
No, you know what I think it is? I think she knows what that bracelet is.
Yeah, she knows
the power it comes in.
Yeah, she knows.
Because the great grandma, well, her grandmother brings so much shame to the family. It's one of those I've seen someone be idolized,
of course,
like my grandmother was, and then out of nowhere, just be deemed a fucking villain and victimized and all other shit. So I don't even want you to fantasize about being one of these heroes because that's what happened with grandma.
Yeah,
you know, and it's one of those things where it's like I gotta try to keep you far away from the ever you believing you can be a superhero.
Yeah, protective parents.
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, I know cabs will completely relate to this. It's, you want to protect your child.
Yeah. That's right. And then when
child is safe,
but you want them to fly too. You know.
No,
what I mean?
I get.
It's that weird balance, and I think there will be a moment.
Yes.
I mean, come on. This is Kamala's mom.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that this lady doesn't know that her child is special? Come on.
But
I don't fucking believe that for one damn second.
No,
she
like
knows.
Everybody else sees it.
Which is why it's like, bro, maybe we gotta leave where we're from. Maybe we gotta go to America to get you away from all of this shit. But she knows her daughter's special. There might be a moment where they turn back to something that happened in her life. Like, you've always had this.
She also said, though, she's like, I know what it's like to see someone idolize someone like that, you know, and be so obsessed by that.
But I know she knows in her hearts of hearts, like we said with Bucky, with Cap.
Yeah.
Cap would know.
Well, yeah, you know your child.
Cap knows that Sam is that person.
And
she knows that her daughter is that person. The father definitely knows.
Yeah, he knows.
The father knows my daughter is that special. The mom is denying it in her heart.
Because she's
denying
afraid.
It somewhere. Not in her heart. She's denying somewhere like, yo, I don't want to see my daughter fall like my
grandmother. Yeah.
But I know there's something special about her.
Yeah.
Because her fire is something different than mine.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was never her mom's thing. But her daughter is definitely her thing.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
What also it could be, maybe she knows someone in the family special, but she doesn't know it's Kamala. And she's like, yo, that she doesn't want her heart to be broken that someone in the family was a superhero, but she would never be. Yeah. So it could be that also because you know it's one of those like you wanted to be Captain Marvel so badly, but then you find out we had a Captain Marvel in our fucking family, but you just ain't good enough to be one, or you don't have the trait. It's like she doesn't want her daughter to be heartbroken on that aspect, or it could just be like I know that we have that in us, and I don't want you getting fucking hurt.
Yeah, this conversation, this part here, is why I love comics, because we're extrapolating a whole bunch of different, points of views, and like, yo, it could be this, it could be that, and all of them are beautiful, all of them are valid. You asked a while ago about, changes between the comic book and into the movie.
I was going to go to this, Cap. I was going to go to this.
Well, I'm probably not going to go to the place you're expecting, but all this is a change that I am all for, because this conversation about why do you want to be her when you could be you? Why do you want to be this when you could be that? In the comics, as Kamala is in the cocoon after the Terrigen Mist, when she's in that state, she envisions herself talking to Iron Man, Cap, and Captain Marvel. And when she comes out, she looks white skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, in the Captain Marvel bikini type shit.
That's exactly who she looks like. Yes, that's right. That's
and
right.
because her body dysmorphia or her beginning allows her to change shape. That's the shape she chose until she found out, until she realized, oh, I don't have to look like this. I can be me and do this. And for that conversation to happen in the show without having to take the character and make her a white girl that turns back into this, to just metaphorically be like, you don't need to look like that.
No.
That's a perfect change while still keeping the lesson, the essence that was learned. Yeah.
Not only that, not only to be accepted, but to be appreciated and know who you are.
Yeah, and real quick in episode 1, when they're sitting on the roof and Kamala's talking to Bruno, and she goes, "Maybe the brown girl from New Jersey is not meant to save the world."
He goes,
and Bruno goes, "Yeah, if you want to save the world, then you're gonna save the world."
Yeah.
That's kind of like them writing the hero and people accepting it and going, "No, it doesn't matter if you accept it or not. This is the one that we chose to save the world." You know,
you are gonna be that,
and person. It's Bruno saying it. You know, it's not. It's you know, and not once have we mentioned Bruno's race in this conversation. I noticed that. We mentioned everyone else's race, but we have not mentioned Bruno's race, and I'm not going to mention it now. If you don't know who he is,
because Bruno is literally just one of the best supporting characters I've ever seen.
Yeah, he loves her. He loves
Bruno
her.
loves her.
He definitely likes her.
Bruno wants the best for Kamala.
Yeah.
Period. And if you read the comics and you see this, the translation is perfect to it. You know what I mean?
They're really
like he was like what? I'm just gonna do you, girl.
Even the bodega that he works in, the Circle Q.
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
yeah, which is a take on Circle K. You know, those stores, but he works in a little bodega. It's super cool. Speaking of supporting characters and stuff like that, I do want to talk about the grandma that comes out at the end.
Wait, before we talk about that, let's talk about this new guy that jumped off the roof.
Okay, so that's I was gonna get into both of them because it's really weird because he's like flirting with her, but apparently they're related. We need to see what's going on.
Did you? I know you said you saw the second episode 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Did you catch when he jumped off the roof into the pool? He did belly flop.
Yeah,
and
he said he didn't feel it. He said he didn't feel it because he's an Inhuman as well.
That's what. So I don't know the comics like, but in my head I was like, when I saw it, I was like, my man. First off, he dropped. He acted like that was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
and then dried off real quickly. Now maybe the dried off part was just a foresight, movie magic. But him not feeling that belly flop, I was like, no, this guy doesn't feel pain.
In the comics, he's an Inhuman. He's like this like it's like blue. He's actually looks really cool. I don't know much about him, I'll be honest, but I did want to talk about these people. Go ahead, Kyle.
Here's 2 things. One, the whole drying off thing, yes, could be his power just because he's pure energy. That's what he is.
He could heat up.
Yeah, but 2, I don't know if you noticed, but when he came out of the thing, Kamala's vision had steam coming off as she was flashing the hearts and the 10s.
Yeah.
So her perspective also
it's so good.
Dried him off, which is cool because we're literally looking at the world through her lens.
Yeah, man.
To a teenager. It's hot.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of that, seeing the world through her, I love that she mentions other superheroes. I need that Ant-Man podcast.
Yeah,
it's like Big Me, Little Me. I think it's something.
Yeah,
I need this podcast.
That's how she figured out what happened during the fucking the end game.
And how sad was it? You want to talk about relatable, right? Her fucking YouTube channel with 5 views. We get more views than that girl, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's funny because it's called Baby Sloth Productions. In the comics, it's not a podcast. It's like it's more like a website, I would say. And her favorite animal is the sloth in the comics. You know, she's a relatively new character. You know, sloths are the coolest thing in the world for the last 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? And like, shout out Steve Irwin. Rest in peace. But yeah, like her show not doing well. You know what I'm saying? She's still posting and doing her thing. Like, it's so funny. But I really want that. I really want that Ant-Man podcast. You know, that had me thinking, right? So like, there's, you know how we've always said, or where a lot of fans have said that they want Luis from Ant-Man to recap the whole. I want a bunch of supporting characters in a round table, very Batman-esque about, you know, with the whole I almost had him. And I want them all just saying everything that they've witnessed as a side character. That would be insanity.
Can you imagine if we do get the podcast
like that?
But it is Luis hosting the podcast.
Yeah, it could. Yeah,
and he's like, "Yo, I'm here now with my man Ant-Man who did this, and just the whole fast talking."
Yo,
give me a post-credit scene. Give me a post-credit scene. Like,
it's like the Wayne thing. It's like the Wayne thing Kaz brought up before, the Wayne family thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want that. Yeah. I wrote down 2 episodes, but I'm not gonna. I hit you guys later with that. I wrote down 2 episodes of just Red Hood and Nightwing being so meta about it. Like, yo, how are we both in tank tops in Wayne Manor? What's going on?
Yeah,
that's it. Yo, they're like literally like. They're both holding snacks and they walk into each other on some, what's that? Sandwich. Got some cake.
Bro.
And then they get into it about Wayne Manor. We're here doing this right now.
You see that cartoon? You see when Joker makes Clark kill Lois and he goes nuts?
Yeah.
Batman legit tells him, it's like, yo, why'd you bring him into this? This is about me and you. They're friends, bro. I don't care what anybody tells me. The motherfuckers is friends. He was like, this is about me and you. Why'd you bring him in? Batman sounded so jealous. It's like, bro, it's me and you that fight.
And the crazy shit is, Joker said it was so easy to do that to Superman.
Yeah, I can't do that to you. I can't beat you. But him, that shit was cake. That shit was cake.
Here. He's weak here.
People talk shit about Batman. I'll tell you this one. Batman is so cold. He's hard to
crack up here.
He's cold, bro. And even when Darkseid tells him, yo, you know what? If it was Superman or Wonder Woman, they lose that bet. You really banked a whole planet dying on this plan of yours, and it worked. Kudos, my guy. When you are a human being who gets kudos from Darkseid. Okay, but anyway, Cameron. Let's talk about Cameron. We're going on DC stuff here. But Cameron, so the lady that she sees in the vision when she saves the little kid is the same lady in the car at the end.
Yep.
And then she says, he'll meet my grandma. That seems to be her grandma. So
Cameron says that's his mother.
His mother, yeah. So it's her. So obviously, maybe it's not real mom. It could be just be like a work thing, like a hero thing. But it still was kind of weird that he's like flirting with her.
But so here's the thing: we could have like a Vandal Savage where she's just lived long enough,
so long that
or maybe if he's pure energy and she's in that she had that power, maybe she created him.
Oh, so there's some superhero stuff going on. I don't really think they're related. Marvel's not that crazy because it's like he flirts with her to like.
Time out. You can go on Disney. You can go on Disney Plus right now and watch Luke Skywalker make out with his sister. Like, let's not put it like.
Yeah, but that's in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, called the 1980s. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? But no, still, I think it's very interesting. I want to see what's up with her. She looks very interested to meet Kamala. She's like, I've been waiting for you for a long time.
Yeah.
So maybe she sent the bangle over in place of her nanny. You know what I'm saying?
So you think this next episode is going to be the flashback?
It might be.
We might see like maybe the partition or parts of that. You know?
Yeah.
Like we're going to see some more of that lady, which I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, she knew exactly where Kamala was. She was there to help. So I don't know.
Wait, did she know where Kamala was, or was this an awakening in the Force type situation?
Or that, yeah,
where
that she
it triggered and she's like, up,
yeah, of course, yeah. That could very well be it too. And by the way, shout out to Kamala's superhero landing. It was rough. It was rough, but I liked it.
Yo, did you guys pick up on the fact that
I love that
inside
realism to it also. I'm like, I don't do this yet.
Inside what? What do you mean? What were you saying, Cap? My bad.
No, did you guys pick up on the fact that inside the diner, when they were talking about how their moms love the Bollywood star,
Yeah,
they talk about Kango.
yeah, yeah. And he's like, and remember, Kingo's been around. There's like 6 different versions of him because he's been around so long. So like, it's all different. You know, it's all like his grandfather, like it's
just
and then
for
Bruno's
everybody.
like, I like Bollywood movies.
For everybody that doesn't know, Kango is the Eternal.
Oh, so
yeah,
you guys know that the bands came from the Eternals, right? That's a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know they came from the Eternals.
It looks very Eternal-ish.
No, well, I'm hoping that it's Kree.
So people said that too.
I so hope it's like Adam Warlock status.
Oh, but we get into totally different territory now.
Now I hope it's like Warlock.
Because he had those bands.
Like with you, yeah,
They had the
exactly.
quantum bands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'm actually hoping that it's Kree technology to tie in the whole Inhuman shit. The Krees made the Inhumans.
And somebody studied that and turned it into a mist or some shit, or is that
Black
just
Bolt?
No. So this would happen. The Krees were doing experiments on humans back in the day
with the Terrigen Mist, right?
Yeah, and they became Inhumans, and they have the Terrigen Mist ceremony where people who are it's really only supposed to be in the Inhuman clan, if you want to put it that way, but in their society, when you reach an age of maturity, they release the Terrigen Mist, and if you have the Inhuman gene, you get your power, you get assigned a station, and you live in their little territory. If you're not, you get kicked out. You get put somewhere else.
Doesn't Black Bolt like manage the mist nowadays?
Yeah, so he's
well,
the
him
leader.
Gone.
Yeah,
well, he's 838 Black Bolt.
One variant.
Yeah.
And he's in charge of it. And actually, he released a Terrigen bomb against Thanos.
Yeah,
and that's where Kamala got enraptured into that in Jersey.
So okay, Cap, because apparently, so this is we got like half an hour left. So the elephant in the room is the changing of her powers, right? We just got Black Bolt, we just got Inhumans up in this bitch, and that's why the whole Terrigen Mist thing. I don't know if they're gonna do that. It looks like they're sticking to this, but some of the writers have said this is confirmed. Apparently, this isn't Kamala's final form. So
that's what I heard too. Yeah.
Are we gonna do some Terrigen Mist shit and give her real power? Where she like Biggins? No. That's how you would call that Biggins?
Embiggening.
Biggins from fucking Married with Children.
So, I think in lieu of a Terrigen Mist, because you have to, in reality, if you're doing these movies, right?
Yeah.
And you say the Inhumans are around and a mist gets out and all that, it's a very slippery slope to be like, well, a mist hit all these people.
And only Kamala's here.
Yeah. So I think in lieu of that, what I hope is going to happen is that this shows that there's Kree technology that people have in their families or passed down, or the Terrigen process. If we actually get to see the Inhumans, you go into something
like
and something reacts to you instead of a mist.
Okay,
so the band is what I'm hoping. The band is of Kree tech, and it unlocked the Inhuman gene that's already in Kamala. And I've heard new rock stars say that he thinks the hard light functions are the shell, and it's not it's a finite source that she gets to play with, because she does grow her hand
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you could see her hand stretch
When she
within the light
saves,
itself.
saves the girl.
Yeah.
When she saves the girl.
Yeah.
She
So
also
I'm
makes her
hoping-
fist bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that at the very least, keep the hard light. And I'll tell you why I'm cool with it. If that turns into Marvel's version of the Terrigen Mist and the Terrigen process, is that you need a piece of Kree tech in order to unlock something within you, then I'm fine with her power set because she still makes her hand grow. She still embiggens her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And in the comics, she does the same thing where she stretches her legs to move around. But that's very limited mobility. She's not Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
the whole plate thing, where she just makes like platforms, that is a good substitute for that. It gives her more mobility for action scenes and more utility overall. And if we could somehow tie that back into that dimension she fell through,
Yeah.
where yes, she's inhuman, but maybe her power is the embiggening thing. But the hard light stuff, she's taking from that dimension to augment her.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be a good substitute for, in the comics, she's grabbing extra matter from different versions of herself in the multiverse, and that's why she embiggens. Because in the comics, when you have, endless amount of time to explain shit and get into shit, that works. But that's very confusing to put in a 6-episode show or 2-hour movie where you're like, wait a minute, what? The Cavs didn't like that one.
Yeah.
But it's very confusing to a general audience to turn around and be like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that she can stretch because she grabbed parts of 15 other versions of
She
herself?
can't do anything else with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of limited. Yeah.
yeah. But if you explain it that, the light part, the hard light part of it, she's drawing power from this place, from her ancestors, from everybody else who touched it. A little My Hero Academia in there. That's more palatable.
Nice.
It makes
I like
more
that.
sense. Like,
Good reference. I like that.
she's just drawing the power, and that's what she can do with it. That's not the extent of the power that comes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, got it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the change of power set, but if they could, like I said, if you can tweak it and make it interesting, I got no problem with it. If that's all it's gonna be, it's tough, man. You know what I mean? Still like the show, still fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, at least it's coming from her, and it's not.
I know, absolutely. Yeah. It's coming from a sense of her origin, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, yeah, should be fun.
So are we the woman that's in back of that truck, are we saying that that's her mother's sister or her mother's grandmother?
I think that's implied that that's her great grandmother.
Because all we know is that that's this boy's mother.
Yeah, but if she can connect through the, it's not even, I don't even think it's through the bangle. It's through that little dimension.
That thing.
Yeah.
Dimension. It's got to be the fact that that's her great grandmother.
Yep.
And she used whatever power before she ran and hid to guide her daughter back to the train. Because what looks like stars to a little kid, those little platforms.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, if she notices it, follow that shit.
Absolutely.
What if this woman isn't the grandmother? Like, what if she makes her think that she's her grandmother, but she's actually the person who trapped her grandmother in that dimension?
Yo.
Like they go back to the thing, and the grandmother was like, she opened up the pocket to send it, and this woman came out of it and grabbed her and pulled her in, and she walked out of it.
If you call her Nightmare, I'm gonna fight you.
No, not Nightmare, but like almost like we're talking about like the
I know, I'm joking.
the Phantom Zone type shit.
Yeah.
Where she found a way to get out of that thing that she's trapped in, and she put the grandmother in there.
So you're telling me whatever's behind that wall, like I said before in Shang-Chi, she's part of that that darkness.
She's part of that
behind wall.
dimension. She's part of that dimension when she fell through.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's part of that.
Yeah.
Then I completely get it, because we got such a vague explanation of it in Shang-Chi
Yeah.
that like it was so vague that you could literally pull that shit out of your ass and make it. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm of two minds of that, because a part of me is like, yo, we're heading into Secret Wars. We're heading into Secret Invasion, which is another Disney Plus show. Maybe she's a Skrull. And she's after because she got Kree tech.
Who?
The,
All right, so we're talking about the kid's mom or
The lady? Yes.
yeah.
Like, a part of me is hoping, like, maybe that's it, to tie all that in. But then there's another part of me that's like, yo, let's break the mold. And let's not make her the big bad. Let's make her fucking I can't remember, Johnny. Let's make her Johnny from Cobra Kai.
Ooh, the misunderstood one.
Yeah, where people think she's the bad guy, but she's not. She's just here to, yo, you got that thing? I know what it does. I can show you what it does. But you never quite trust her, but it turns out, oh no, she's actually not here to do harm.
I'm okay with that.
Because
I like that.
Yeah.
you know, how many, we got to do something new. We can't, not everybody that you're going to run into is the villain off the bat.
So I wanted to ask you a question.
Not every villain is somebody who's going to be 100% nefarious. I mean, you're wearing the Flash t-shirt. How many of the Rogues Gallery of Barry Allen or Wally West actually wind up helping him at some point?
Yeah. I have a question for you, Cap. So something I started thinking about is a lot of people were saying that they had to. Y'all can hear me, right? Everything is good.
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah.
I'm a little slow. I had an update just hit me out of the left. My computer just shut off. I'm a little wonky. I'll fix that later. But so I heard a lot of people talking about the reason why they couldn't really do Kamala's power was because of Mr. Fantastic, and it was too similar. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm asking you, the expert. Mr. Fantastic can stretch. Can he embiggen?
So, all right. So here's the difference. And this is why that excuse makes absolutely no fucking sense. So Mr. Fantastic can literally change the molecules in his body to grow and stretch to the size and length that he wants them to be. All right? Seemingly indefinitely, but there's a limit to what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala, like I was saying when you had went off, she literally grabs extra matter from different versions of herself throughout the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they call it embiggening, because she is not physically stretching. She is adding more mass
Molecules
to make parts of her body bigger.
Yes. Okay.
In order to serve different functions.
So then what I started thinking is that like maybe they're doing this for the show until they could put some real big budget on her for a movie and then make her embiggen, because it seems like something difficult to do. It's funny, we just saw it kind of in the Black Adam trailer with Adam Smasher. You know what I'm saying? Because like he you can literally just see him getting bigger and then kind of like some Ant-Man shit. So like they're saying this isn't her final form. Maybe we'll see her real form in the Marvels. You know, because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, her power is like, it's not totally different. I can see how it could be some similarities, but Mr. Fantastic stretches. She gets big. You know what I mean? So it's like, that doesn't seem right.
Part of the thing that when you decided to kick us all off of your vibe, part of the thing I was saying is her power set in the comics is a little bit limiting for a visual medium. And perhaps they really changed it just because this is a little more exciting when you think about, because in the comics, yes, she loves Miss Marvel, but she's with Miles Morales.
Yeah.
She's with the Inhumans. She's with the teenage group. She's doing groundwork. I think they call themselves the Guardians or some shit. Like, she's low level. When you go up to cosmic level and you have Photon and Captain Marvel, and the only thing you could do is make your hand bigger. Kind of doesn't stack up movie wise.
I get that. I get that.
So a little, I mean, so long as I was saying, as it ties into, as long as it goes as close to her actual shit as possible, while making sense for movies
in the MCU.
Yeah,
kind of like what they had to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and how they fit him in. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I wanted to just. I had a question. It's not really about her powers, but finish what you was gonna say, and then I'll drop the question because I don't.
Well, yeah. So the crux of it is, I think the whole argument that her powers are too similar to Mr. Fantastic is bullshit because War Machine, Iron Man,
Yeah,
Captain America, Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
Vision, Thor, like Doctor Strange, Wanda. Everybody's got the same fucking power in the MCU.
Yeah. Speaking of power, how would y'all feel if, like, towards the end of the season, we see that her mother had some powers? Her mother had the embiggening.
I'm not. I wouldn't even be like there's something going on with mom. Mom knows something. Mom knows something. She's been around some stuff. Mom knows some shit.
Yo, unless they edited weirdly, it took her 3 seconds to get all that food.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she has
she freaking. Oh man, she just literally in the kitchen and just that would be fun. That'd be fun.
Or fun part, she's one of Kang's wives in time.
Oh shit!
Hey,
you really trying to fuck some people up here?
She did make those whole fucking outfits in like a matter of hours, if 1 or 2 hours.
I mean, come on.
Movie edit, movie magic.
I hear you, but not everything can be movie magic. There's got to be some kind of magic there.
Magic.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. I know they were representing the Hulk, but that green and purple could be green and pinkish fuchsia tea or whatever. Could also be. No, that'd be funny if it was one of Kang's wives. That's kind of wild. That might be too wild.
Yo, that's the pie in the sky moment.
That's the pie in the sky. That's what I literally was just gonna say. That's the pie in the sky. Let's hope. If that happens, that'd be so funny. But I do like the whole notion of her like not making it to the kitchen and just doing a quick stretch till I get it. That'd be fun. This show's fun. I think to surmise, it's fun.
So yeah, you brought up something with damage control earlier.
Yeah.
But while we have 10 minutes left, the thing that I've been hearing about and reading about is in the comics. You remember the comic book or the movie Kick-Ass?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know how he got his ass handed to him and was in a hospital, and
they filled him up with
everybody
metal.
freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
There was an event that happened in the comics in which Miss Marvel got really hurt, and she was in a coma, and the government used her name to turn around and go, hey, the Civil War shit that we had didn't work out because these are grown-ass people. But these are kids. Mm-hmm. We can't trust kids to make decisions with these type of powers. And they came up with something called Kamala's Law. And they were literally using that,
I didn't know that,
to hunt down her friends. So with the damage control, with them knowing that they were trying to make a case on Spider-Man but couldn't, because remember, they got to forget who he is.
No, everybody forgot who he is.
They had a case on him, but somehow couldn't make it stick. She shows up, and oh look, this kid got hurt.
She almost just killed the kid.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna
she's too irresponsible to control the powers or know how to use them, whatever. That could lead into what the damage control is really doing, and enacting some version of Kamala's law. And that, like, again, this is not my original thoughts. This is what I've been reading and hearing.
Mhm.
But that can lead into what the Young Avengers have to do, and why the Young Avengers get made. Because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, we're heading towards Young Avengers. We're heading towards Young Avengers," but nobody stopped to ask why. Like, why would we care about a movie about teenagers who are doing the same shit that the adults are doing? Well, here's why we would care. Because now all of a sudden you have an agency that's like, "Yo, we got to stop Kamala Khan. We got to stop Kate Bishop. We got to, what do you call it? We just
Stop
found out that
Morales.
this dude, yeah, if he shows up, but Patriot, we just revealed that this dude was a black Captain America before Sam and his nephew or whoever is running
And
around.
Wiccan and Speed are out there somewhere in the multiverse.
We got to stop Casey Lang, who's taking over for her father. Like, that could be the driving force behind why that is now necessary.
And they're sticking to so much comic book accuracy that this is actually more than plausible. This is actually like feasible. Like this could work. Man, I never even knew about Kamala's law like that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know about it either, but
I didn't know that
the more
either.
I started looking into shit and watching other content about this character, because you had asked me before, and I don't think I answered how if this makes me more hype for the movie.
Yeah.
And my answer to that is no, because the movie is one thing. I'm ecstatic to learn this character.
Yeah, I hear you. I respect
Let's
that.
get this character going, and we'll worry about the movie when we get down there.
And it's funny, like when I really started getting into Kamala Khan, like a couple years ago when the Avengers game came out, like that Avengers game was not great. There was a lot of backlash over how the heroes looked, but Captain America was funny looking, but whatever. So the one thing that stood out that entire game was Kamala.
Yeah,
she was holding everybody together. She was excited when she got to meet Thor. It was so funny, that interaction. And there was an Avenger Con, and some shit blew up and some like thing, and the mist went out, and it got Kamala, got a few other people, whatever. But like she was so good in that game. So like as a character, she's just still strong. And yeah, I like seeing more of her is good, and Iman is just absolutely crushing it. We're getting so good individual acting performances from all of these new Jacks. It's so good.
Yeah. Yo, do you know what's funny? I think the reason why she hit it big in the comics and why this series is gonna hit big, regardless of what the idiots are fucking trying to do to it, is this is the new generation Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
This is the person who shouldn't be in this situation, but is in this situation, and hey, knows, oh shit, I'm in this situation, but look who I'm around. Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
That's exactly what it is.
if you would have took any one of us, because superpowers don't exist, so let's try to make this into reality. If you would have took any one of us at 17, 18, and went, hey, here's the grotto in Playboy Mansion, the Hugh Hefner, every one of us would have been like, I don't know if I should be here right now. But look, oh my God.
Look at all the bunnies.
You would have tried to act cooler. You would have tried to act suaver. Like
Pamela Anderson's here, Carmen Electra's here.
Yeah. You would have been doing exactly what she's doing, trying to fit in at the same time knowing this is fucking bananas that I'm in here right now.
It's funny, but this is why I'm so interested in Ironheart, because in the Armor Wars, because this is one of those situations where she didn't choose the power. She made it.
Yeah.
Her genius made an Iron Man suit or Iron Woman suit or Ironheart suit out of scraps. You know what I mean? So it kind of changes the fact of falling into it and then becoming it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see Kamala and her interact. Like, oh, I kind of fell into it. She was like, I made my suit. I'm a genius. How does that work? You became a superhero by accident. I chose to be one.
Yeah.
Like they have a little bit of resentment for each other.
Dude.
No, but the thing is, I want that very first interaction. Like, oh, you're the superhero from New Jersey. Yeah, I made the suit from the ground up.
So you mean like a little jealousy where it's like, bro, I fucking worked hard. I don't even have powers. I made this suit. You just fell into the shit and you're so irresponsible about it. Like something like that.
It could be that.
Yeah.
Or it could be a sense of shit, you got it real quick. I earned it, but I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both not of everybody else, but we're both in this role. I think we can back each other up. You can write it so many different ways as writers, right? But my thing is to see that first interaction between Kamala Khan, right, who's been doing this longer than Ironheart, structurally wise, you know what I'm saying? Like timeline, right? But then it's Ironheart recognizing I literally made a suit from the ground up.
Yeah,
To luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I like that. You just inspired me for something.
Here we go. This is what we do.
Because it can very well be a thing where it starts out a little bit, I was here and got here, you got here and here. And then they come to the realization as they're talking about Ironheart's passion for building her suit and wanting to do good, and Kamala's passion for being a hero and wanting to be amongst them. They turn around and realize, oh shit, it happened differently, but we both manifested ourselves to this moment.
Mm-hmm. Let's start our own band.
Here and I'm here. We're both the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And I guess I'm saying you can lead it to.
Nice way to wrap this up. It's a nice bow. Yeah. Good stuff, fellas.
That was on some. If I could change, and you could change, then we all could change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. This is the most engaging conversation we had in a long time since the Harley Quinn, Batman, Joker shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I do like this. We're gonna have to do some more of these type of shows. But on that note, everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Nukkle. Oh, go ahead, Cap.
Well, are we filming a reaction and then putting it on later, or are we doing a live reaction to the finale of Obi-Wan tomorrow?
Let's film the reaction because I don't want to read a comment and shit. Since I'm locked in my room anyway, we'll film it. But
I find it funny because I'm hoping not, but I have a feeling that episode 5 was the one we should have reacted to, and 6 we're just gonna be like, huh, okay.
Fuck it.
I can't disagree with Cap on that one. I think I have a feeling where it's going, but
yeah,
hopefully I'm wrong.
Yo, I'm hoping that we get a fucking thing where Vader doesn't know it's Luke. He just knows there's some Force-sensitive kid here on Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
He not even worried about Owen and Beru because they don't. He doesn't give a shit about them. He doesn't know he has a son. He's just here because Reva tells him somebody's here, and it's one of those things where Obi-Wan doesn't even. There is no thinking. He just reacts. Luke's in trouble. Fuck that, and we're going. And all the shit you think you are, Vader, all the badass shit you think you are, nah. Come see how I really am. Hello there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well,
I want Obi to come out 100%. Like, yo, my man, listen, I forgot my training, but now we're about to do this. It's about to go down.
When they
I'm
met,
cap on that.
when they met in episode 6, was it 6? In episode 4?
A New Hope, yeah.
No, in the old ones.
Yeah.
The last time they fought, when Vader killed them.
Episode 4, A New Hope.
4. It's episode 4.
It was 4, or I thought they started out with 6.
No. 4, 5,
all
and
right.
6.
Okay, so in episode 4, Vader does tell Obi-Wan, the last time we met, I was but a student. Now I am the master. So Obi-Wan has to teach this motherfucker, you're still nothing but a student.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, you're right.
So that was
Like
actual words.
No,
the last time we met, I was nothing but a student. Now I am the master.
What me and Cap are alluding to is that.
No,
like Obi goes like, yo, my man, I want you to realize, son, who you are in the process of life.
Yeah.
You're not the guy. I'm still the guy right now.
Yo,
but I want this to be a badass fight fucking scene though, because you can't do what you did to Reba and then be, shit the bed with Obi-Wan.
Do you know how Vader's I gotta really look it up, but I think Vader's suit looks slightly different here than it does in episode 4.
Yes.
No, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
So what about this? Because there's also a line where Vader was like, "Oh, Obi-Wan once thought as you did that you could save me." What if this happens? Obi-Wan tries to communicate with Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon is like, "Yo, you're not dealing with Anakin.
Yes.
You have to deal with Vader." And Obi-Wan goes, "I tried to help Anakin." That's the whole he once thought. But when that final fight goes, I'm not fighting Anakin. I'm fighting Vader. Gives Vader a little bit fucked up. Hence why now he needed the new suit or something needed to change. And the last time Vader's like, "Okay, I now get that my anger blinded me and you were able to do this shit to me, which you shouldn't have been able to do."
Now, also, Obi-Wan in episode 4 tells Luke, Vader killed your father. Now, can we see that little bit of Anakin die in Vader, in Obi-Wan's eyes? So it could be like, Vader killed off whatever's left of Anakin. So it's like Vader killed Anakin. So when he tells Luke,
he's not lying.
Yeah, so when he tells Luke, it's like, Vader killed Anakin.
Yeah, you're right.
Because remember, the one thing about Vader is he always hated Anakin. Vader and Anakin are two separate people in one person's body. And Vader always hated Anakin because he blamed Anakin for being too weak to save his mother, Padme, and those kids. The kid, at least. So Vader hated Anakin. So any time that he would feel Anakin pop up, he went deeper into the dark side. There's only but two people. One of the clones, when he went to battle with them, they realized who each other was. Mm-hmm. He was like, "When I was Anakin, you served under me," and the clone was like, "I served under Anakin. I know you're Anakin Skywalker." Mm-hmm. And Vader's like, "I know you're this clone." And Vader goes, "I'm Anakin Skywalker" to the clone, and the clone goes, "I knew that." And that was one. He was the only person that Vader ever told, "I'm Anakin Skywalker" to. And then from
Rex,
I think it was Rex. I'm not sure what clone it was yet.
It was in the comics.
Well, it was in the comics because this clone was in the Imperial Guard. Because there was some clones that were still working with Vader. They were doing missions together. But anyway, that and when Ahsoka Tano hit him, you saw a little bit of Anakin there. There's only but maybe two people that Anakin came out of Vader and Vader didn't fucking go deeper into the dark side?
Well, but 3, because Reva knew. I'm joking.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the craziest shit.
Fanboys.
Yo, a little story.
I'm out of it. I'm out of this.
A little story I just found out about Vader. When Vader became Vader, he destroyed his lightsaber was taken because Obi-Wan had it. He had to make a new lightsaber. When they destroyed all the lightsabers from the Jedi that they killed, there were no more kyber crystals. So he had to go on a hunt for a Jedi. This fucking Jedi was badass and beat Vader when he went to go kill him. I forgot which one it was, but he knocked Vader off a mountain. Vader hits hits a rock and he's laying there with no leg, no nothing, and he chopped off the mechanical leg and he goes off the mountain. He falls off the mountain. The Jedi's like, "I killed Vader." He goes into the town and he's helping everybody out. And like a couple weeks later, he's like, "There's no fucking way this is possible." He feels Vader. Vader has his droid's leg on him, and his droid's fucking sword that he trained with. Goes to the town, and they're fighting on the dam. And Vader's starting to loosen up the water out of the dam. And the guys are like, "Get off!" And he pushes all those the innocent bystanders off the fucking dam. And the Jedi tries to save him. He grabs the Jedi, force choking him, hangs him over the dam, and goes, "I want you to see this." Releases the dam. Everyone in the village is dying. And while they're dying, he snaps the Jedi's neck, takes his fucking lightsaber, and leaves. That's the kyber crystal he has in his new fucking thing that he corrupted.
Like I just posted. Join us next week for our Star Wars podcast. You really went in there. You know your Star Wars, huh? Yeah.
Yo, dude, I watched some of these videos because orders. You ever heard of Order 37?
You talking to me?
Any one of you guys? Order 37 is the right to use innocent bystanders to draw out a Jedi.
Yeah.
So clones would go, "There's a Jedi here. Either he comes out or we make him come out." Yeah. So it was they started executing innocent bystanders one by one until the Jedi had enough, because the Jedi always has to protect people. That's why the Inquisitor goes, "If you want to hunt a Jedi, it's patience." So they started destroying villages for the Jedi to come out and be like, yo, stop this shit. Stop. I'm here. Kill me instead of for these people. Order 37.
Episode 3, we saw Vader use that order.
But the thing is, Order 37 is another order that the clones cannot disobey. It's programmed in them. 66 and 37 is programmed in them.
Bad Batch.
True.
Well, they were defective.
Yeah. But so these are the things. These are the things that I want to see if you're gonna throw in a fucking series. Like that's some deep shit. You can translate that on TV. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little too raft though for this series.
A little too raft.
But listen, hey man, this is the shit we gotta connect with. Like, without me telling you this, would you guys like? I'm pretty sure you hearing this, you're like, yo, Vader's more badass than.
I want to throw out something out there. I threw it out in our group podcast, in our group chat. Miles Morales as Wolverine, Cap, Hulk,
Thor.
Disney Plus, animated or whatever, make it happen. All Miles Morales, make it happen.
Speaking of a little too raft, everyone pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, it's a new video game.
Very fun. Very, 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 very fun.
Oh, by the way, good chance. Check out Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic book.
You just mentioned that.
Okay.
100%. It's really fun. I see where Keanu came with it.
I'm gonna go eat. I'm starving.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna go eat.
And on that note, everybody, it's
I
Friendly Neighborhood.
You guys can keep talking your Star Wars stuff. You fucking nerds.